Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is season 2 of the Inkosi Super Cup. This is week 1, and I am joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Graham Corrupt Blackburn. Welcome, sir.
What up, Ash?
How you
Short
doing?
for the lovely intro. I'm good, and you?
Good, man. Can't complain. Yep, super excited. Super excited for this matchup. Of course,
Yeah,
this
we got
Mzansi
Omnius
yeah.
versus ATK to start.
Yeah, Omnius and ATK to start. Obviously, on the other side of the semi-finals is Goliath Gaming versus Sinister 5. That'll be running concurrently with this match, but both games are going to be a cracker, but we will be covering Omnius Gaming, of course. If you hear us call them OG for short, just bear that in mind. And then obviously ATK. Looking, you mentioned before, we were chatting a bit before the game, and you were saying that if this goes to Inferno or Nuke or anything like that, we could be looking at some sort of upset. But judging by the veto, we see that ATK banned out Vertigo, Omnius then took out Mirage, ATK Overpass, Omnius Gaming took out us too, which is interesting, and ATK took out Train, and then Omnius banned Nuke, and they ultimately landed up on Inferno. So what's your take on that, Corey?
My take is they feel their Inferno is better than their Nuke. I thought it might be a toss-up between the two. They've beaten strong teams on both those maps, but I guess they feeling Inferno is the one to take ATK on.
Yeah, and I know they've had some really good results recently on that map in particular. Very close scrims and officials alike against some of the top tier teams, as you mentioned. So, yeah, definitely a nice battleground for Omnius, considering that they are slight underdogs in this matchup. Of course, ATK, one of the runners, one of the leaders in terms of winning these weekly cups. So, obviously, a bit favored to win this
OG is definitely the underdogs in this story. But if there ever was a map for them to cause an upset, it's this map. You know, this is the map they've prepped the most on. This is the map they've beaten the best quality teams on. Can they do it versus ATK? That's what we're here to find out.
Yeah, but at the same time, you've got to just consider and think about the strength that ATK actually has on this map. They've also been absolutely dominant on it against, top tier teams, just like Omnius have. So it's definitely going to be a brutal match for Omnius, but as you said, they've got what it takes, and they're definitely well versed on this map, and arguably, the best, one of the better chances that they have. So yeah, super keen to jump into this game.
Yeah, I agree with you at that. If their best chance to beat ATK is probably on Inferno, but ATK, their strength is their mechanics, and they're a new team, and they're just getting stronger and stronger with the team play side of things. Like the mechanics are already, they're doing so much damage, and now they're just going to get crisper, more efficient, and can OG handle what they're going to bring this week? Because every week they're getting stronger. ATK.
No, I couldn't agree more. I mean, they've just been looking absolutely dominant recently. Obviously, I think last week was a little bit of a more closer affair, but still ended up taking the entire tournament as well. So yeah, at the end of the day, you can expect a strong and vibrant ATK as per usual, and looking forward to it.
Yeah, and map-wise, ATK, I'm not sure which is their best map. They're kind of playing the field at the moment because I think they're a new team, just to, see which is their best map by trying them all. So we don't know how good they actually are on Inferno in a way. They've played it a lot. They've played it 8 times, and they've lost it 3 times to Goliath Gaming. So they do. They're not 100% on this map off the bat, which is something to say with a lineup like this, because this is like a power lineup.
Yeah, it is, and it's definitely filled to the brim with mechanical skill, and as time goes on, you'll see them develop and grow and become even stronger than they already are. So definitely a force to be reckoned with. But I mean, you got to admire and just consider the fact that Omnius Gaming have managed to climb all this way up, and obviously these players have got the belief from the organization. Organization is doing some good things as well for them to start picking up and actually cementing themselves among some of the top teams. I mean, here they are in the semi-final. I'm sure they had to beat some good teams on the way here. So it's obviously they've earned their spot to be in the semi-final. So definitely not going to write them off just yet.
No, not at all. It's very exciting because these are names you're not used to seeing. A couple of these names you're not used to seeing in the top 4 of the teams. And maybe this is their time. Maybe CS has just clicked for them this year.
Yeah, and that's how CS goes. I mean, it's all about
1 or 2 lineup changes and it just gels.
Yeah, no, for sure. And also it opens up the scene completely, you know, and what I'm loving lately is just how competitive it is. And to talk about this, you know, to have this conversation about these players that up until very recently hadn't necessarily been in the top tier, just because of how far in front the other teams were, like to see them now being closely contested, and not only to just have two top teams, but to have arguably, you know, four teams that on any given day, if they're feeling it, they could take the W.
Yeah, yeah. The top four teams are pretty close. I think this year the gap's going to start spreading because last year was kind of like the reset where we lost a lot of like the OG players, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going live, yeah.
Yeah, it does look like we're going into the game, and it looks like Omnius Gaming will start on the CT side. Of course, ATK on the T side. Just to go through the lineups quickly. Oh, never mind. Let's just look at this. Heartbreak. Nice aggression here on the pistol run, but he whiffs the shots. And now a quick flick from Fady, but does get traded up on Nexus. 4v4 scenario, the CT's pull back.
Yeah, that was an interesting start by OG there. I like the idea to be aggressive, you know, like you don't want to give them too much respect at the start and play too safe, you know, like try make plays and see if you can beat them with them. So I like that.
But right now, the aggression, ATK putting it up on the A bomb side here, and Lately finding its return frag and the bomb. So this puts ATK in a bit of a tough position. It's all up to Lately. He's going to need to get multiple frags.
Is that bomb down in apps? Bomb down in apps?
Yeah, bomb's down. But they have a minute to work with. So they are going to go and retrieve it. Oh, Chappie unable to get the shot into Blaze, and that should make it a little bit easier. They are going to go for this bomb, try and peek together. You can see them coming from multiple angles. There's the step. Gets Tink quite low, and Mistim's going to come and finish him off. They're going to just go for him. Blaze finishes him off, and ATK, even though the aggression was kind of stopped or halted, they end up converting the round.
Yeah, it's good composure with them. They lost the bomb in apps. Did it really matter to them? No. They just were methodical, cleaned it up. Okay, the bomb's in apps. The best way to get it will probably be if one of us comes boiler and two push apps. And that's what they did. They forced Lately, to choose which angle he wants to fight, and he decided to try fight both. And it was pretty rough. But 1v3, it was a good start for them. I like the approach by OG. So let's see what they do on the save. That's a lot of util damage.
That's a lot of util damage as they, ATK aggress and take banana control, but at what cost? Slowy, of course, on 5 HP, but it is one of the weaker weapons, of course, there's Mac 10s, but it looks like a burst middle. All 5 players just barraging up middle, and Nexus is definitely going to be well aware and making the score to the teammates. You can see the rotations are coming through, and another beautiful nade, and Omnius have started this round superbly, but they are going to wrap onto the sites, and this is going to make the rotations, or cut the rotations off. Going to make it difficult to defend, and there the entries come in. Fady and Blaze, and Daru gets some. Heartbreak able to catch one for his troubles as well. Fady dodges the flash. There's those mechanics you were speaking about, Corrupt. I mean, the man is already looking hot, and he has been looking hot in recent weeks.
Yeah, I love watching Fady play. But this round was quite an investment by OG. They bought armor, they bought pistols, and I think it was Lately even bought an SMG. So they're really thinking they could win this round. And they started the round really well. Like the util damage was crazy high.
Yeah, but you can't necessarily take anything away from OG there. You just got to credit that exec and that bulldog approach from ATK, just heading up that second mid and laying down those perfectly positioned smokes to just cut off the rotations, and it just made the site very, very defenseless almost. Both players getting caught out of position, and ATK made quick work on it, despite taking all that util damage.
And the choice to go second mid instead of N1 is always a better choice versus pistols because there's less close angles. So 100%. What they're doing, that was very smart.
Definitely the wiser decision. Of course, Fady waiting behind the smokestack because rotation is needed, coming thick and fast. Yeah, 100%.
That's also on N2. If you get the smokes down early enough, you've locked out their rotation. They have to go mid or push the smoke.
Oh, quick banana taken. OG trying to get aggressive as well, but ATK coming off on top, and now they are going to start bulldozing their way into the side. Slowly, quick flick there onto Nexus as he tries to push through the smoke, and ATK seamlessly get into this B site. But just bear in mind, obviously, this is a bit of an eco round here for OG, forced to save, build up that economy on the CT side, and ATK will take it. They're gonna let take this round easy, move on to 3-0, and ultimately look towards the buy round.
Yeah, they pretty much only bought P250s and I think 2 mollies for B. What I'm noticing is OG's, they love in the util and they seem to be pretty good with it. So once the util's doing more than just damage, maybe getting a pick or 2, it will get weird for ATK later on in the round.
Yep, and I mean,
So
if you
I'm
match
keen
up,
to see a full util round by OG and what they're going to do. I think they might make a like an aggro play with the util.
yeah, they've been quite aggressive so far. They've definitely put some focus towards that banana. They've also been tending to throw some grenades and stuff down middle as well. So they have been leading towards that aggressive posture. But now it's the buy round. You can see loads of cash here on the CT side. You can see the AWP coming up on Nexus as well. Nothing yet on the side of ATK.
No.
They, of course, survived with all their players. So they're still going to keep their
They want to
submachine
cheat
guns.
around, yeah.
Yep, this is, you know, lots of money in the bank, though. You can see they've barely lost any lives throughout the half so far. So already starting to put a bit of bank together. But
Blaze
OG
is going to be billionaire soon. He's got SMG and he's got 7k in the bank. So he's like sorted for the game pretty much cash-wise.
Yeah, unless Omnius managed to string a couple of rounds together. And it's all going to start with this. And love the new, that's it, blind shot confirmed. Nexus gets Fady, and that's the danger man out of the equation. And now ATK stuck, all 4 men behind the smoke in banana, but only 2 players away on the other side. And here comes the exec. Bunny is a little bit blind. The smokes are good, landing perfectly, and ATK are going to bully Omnius Gaming outside of the site, and they're going to be forced to retake.
Yeah, it looks like they've got quite a few flashes for the retake and smokes. Like, I think they have a plan to retake. They weren't scared to give them the site now, so I think their plan was to retake. That's why they saved some nades. But the way ATK just took that site, and it's a free round for them, it's looking good. So let's see this
and
retake.
there come the flashes. Blaze, good for 2. Gets a 3rd as well, and that Mac-10 is doing absolute wonders, and that's going to put Lately into a 1v1 with Slowy, of course, and he's going to be able to tap the bomb. Slowy, he's going to hold it. Lately, he's going to hold it. Slowy misses the spam, and he steals the round from ATK, and I think Lately just committed, and obviously Slowy thought he would perhaps move off the bomb there, and just like that, on the retake, when it was all looking dire, Omnius just steal the round, and, you know, pros don't fake, and it looks like Lately's here, ready to make a name.
Yeah, no, I love that play from him. You know, they're not scared of ATK from what I'm seeing. You know, they're playing as they're not scared. You know, people who are scared of the other team, they will fake 100%. You know, he was willing to take that risk, and those type of plays is what's going to win the game. That's what will let him beat a team like ATK.
Yeah, and it's
that
not even
on paper for now is meant to be a stronger team than them, but it's looking good.
Yeah, that was a solid gun round, and I mean, I must agree with what you're saying there. Definitely takes quite a bit of bravery to just stick the defuse out like that and get the round for your team. They must be feeling good, and Chappie must be feeling good after that shotgun kill. Gets the first pick of the game, and again, it's Fady on the receiving end of that entry, which is not something that you usually see. And nice little combo there coming through to kind of wall off banana and see.
Seems like they want to burst.
Yep, it does look like they are leaning towards this burst play, but you can see that 3rd rotation is coming all the way through. They've cleared middle. They've kind of gambled on this B bomb site. Now the hit's coming in. It is a burst. Blaze gets blind. Spams are coming through. Lately is, of course, boosted. So this is going to allow him to kind of negate any of the players in the CT. There we go. He decides to step up. He gets 2 frags for his troubles, and now it's all on Mistim. Other star player for ATK, and he's got a lot of work to do here. He needs to find a pick, and he needs to find it quick.
1v4. He has the bomb on him, and he's in the site, but this is a hard situation.
Yeah. Oh,
okay.
That spray transfer from Mistim definitely gonna make Bunny think twice about doing that again. But Omnius bounced back here, 2 rounds of their own, and just as we mentioned, you know, that the economy on the ATK side was building up, but you know, after this buy, a couple of the players are gonna be a bit low in the pockets, and you can see on that CT side they've managed to maintain some sort of the weaponry, but it's also looking very, very tough for them as well. Full AK purchase. It's almost, besides for the AWP, it looks like, you know, ATK have the better buyer despite Omnius winning 2 in a row.
Yeah, and that's because of that bonus round where they kept the SMGs and Blaze made the money. That allows him to have this another buy. Because if they fully committed last time, they wouldn't be able to do this other buy as nicely as this. So it's just great money management by ATK there.
Yep, and of course, OG only left with 2 players on the last round, so they are going to elect to take middle here. It does look like numbers. Chappie gets pushed off the angle.
ATK's got a lot of util still. Full util almost.
Yeah,
and it's
like
a minute 10 left.
Slightly different approach to Chappie, unable to get the kill. Fady gets the first pick. Mistim returns in one for B as well. ATK are making no decisions here. They're just splitting the map, working picks, and it's going wonderfully.
Just defaulting and it works. They haven't done anything fancy, just took on the individual fights and won them, and now it's a 5v3.
Yeah.
Make that a 2v4.
Yeah, and Mistim gets that trade. He was tucked into that corner waiting for that exact play, and Nex is able to get one in return, and now it's a 3v2. So definitely a chance for them to kind of retake this, but I wouldn't be surprised if they don't commit, if they just try and keep these weapons. It is an AK-47 and an AWP, but Nexus is looking aggressive.
Yeah, he's looking for that pick. Maybe if they get the pick, they'll go for it. He was probably looking for one. If they picked, they went for it. If they didn't, fall back.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was a risk.
I
yeah.
agree. It was a big risk, and
you prefer if they saved in that situation, eh?
I do. I just feel like you're kind of banking on the fact that ATK are going to make an over aggressive peak in that scenario, and I just think there's just too much. I mean, even though they are aggressive and they are, puggy in the starts of the round, I think, at that point when the job is done, the bomb is down, at the end of the day, they're going to play it safe. They're going to play it calculated and coordinated. And I mean, of course, that pop flash is going to come through, and it's going to kind of negate that all presence if it's there. So, a beautiful close of the round for ADK.
They seem to be hitting B lots. I wonder if OG is going to make any adaptations, maybe someone earlier so they can save more util for later. But I'm keen to see how much more ATK is hitting B. They seem to end up B like every round they've planted so far.
Yeah, no, they generally do favor that B bomb site, and it just seems like
it seems they are adapting. Yeah, check. They got the 3. They got 3 going B. It is a save.
Yep, they are putting numbers towards that banana, but it's fast aggro control here from ATK, just completely negating that close distance that would favor OG somewhat in that banana area. And ATK have been doing this every single round, and they've leaned here towards the later stages of the round, of course, but generally speaking, they've just focused so much resources onto this banana control, and so far it's paying dividends.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a big believer. If it's working, why stop doing it? Do it until they can stop it.
Yep. And you keep on kind of putting that doubt in the opponent's kind of mind, where you keep on just chopping and changing your direction, and ultimately if they just keep on hitting B, at some point you got to think to yourself, when are they going to go A?
Yes.
They just don't. And first frag goes the way of Heartbreak, though.
Yes, and they're falling back out of bananas, so they're kind of just peeked in for info at B, and now they've fully rotated back into A, like full on rushing.
Yep, and that's
which was a good call. They must have smelt something at B. They smelt the extra numbers there. They didn't like it. They didn't want to go in, which was a good read.
Yeah, definitely a good call that Mistim passed on to his team, and now they've locked in this A bomb sites, and Heartbreak will get away with an AK-47 for his troubles. He'll definitely try and hold on to that. I wouldn't be surprised if Bunny tries to look for some sort of kill. Yeah, he pushes through the smoke, but Daru, wiser to it, gets the frag, and this is going to obviously force Heartbreak to save, and ATK happy with how this went. Already got 5 rounds on the board on their T side as well. So I think everything's going to plan here.
Yeah, things are starting to look really good for ATK. It's they got their system. They got it in play now. We kind of need Omnius to kind of retaliate to it. Do they know what to do to stop what they're doing?
Yeah, I think the answer is certainly just to string some sort of rounds together consecutively to be able to build up that economy. I mean, the minute that they managed to put 2 together, they were still under so much pressure economically. They just couldn't buy all the weapons, and if they did, that was at the sacrifice of utility, which again against ATK, it's very, very difficult to just kind of brute force your way or try just level, straight up duel these kinds of players.
Yeah, you definitely
kind of what they
want as much util as, and they do a lot of util damage. Like they're definitely good with the util, so the more rounds they can have with util would be better for them. So not saving that up, it might have a bigger impact than one would think. Just that one gun.
Yep. Looks like a tactical pause has come through. T side timing out here, but still early, early phases of the game here. Not out of reach just yet, and I think Omnius are going to have to continue to rely on Nexus. He's been quite good with getting those open frags with that AWP.
And lately he was playing well in the early rounds. He was getting double kills, making ballsy plays, which is nice.
Yeah, big steal diffusers, yeah. And it looks like we are heading into the round here. Freeze dummy is counting down, and expect to see a standard default coming out of ATK. Yeah, definitely going to be leaning towards that banana control. I mean, interested to see whether Omnius actually finally kind of just leave it alone. I mean, they've challenged it almost every single round as well. Don't have a wealth of utility as well, so if they can't land every single volley, nade, flash perfectly, it's not really worth it. But it does look like they are committing towards it. Nexus.
Yeah, they got the triple banana.
Oh, this is a scary place to be, and smoke's come through, but Molly's behind him. Oh, and he gets taken out by Wisdom, but Heartbreak does take out Fady, but now the hit's coming in. Heartbreak gets another. He's going to drop into pit, gets the flash out. This could be big. Unable to catch any further kills, and that could have made the difference, but now it is a 3v3. The odds are even, and rotations are coming in thick and fast. Bomb going down as well.
Super safe plant there by Slowy. They were worried about the flank from Ducky's side. So we got 2 CTs pushing in from Arch side. They're pushing in now, clearing out this side.
Oh,
Slowy with. Oh, it's a reckoning.
It's a bit of a broken push there.
Yeah. ATK had quite a lot of util for the end. When they were trying to retake the side, they were dropping util, and trying to retake through util is impossible.
No, certainly, especially when you sitting in the position that you're kind of retaking from one spot. Like you could see that all of the players had to be, they were all in that CT rotation kind of point of view. No one came from N1, no one wrapped from apps either. So, of course, if you're all going to just push through that smoke, fortunately, ATK going to be waiting on the other side and punish you for it. So, on another save are the side of Omnius Gaming. Again, nothing but P250s, some armor and Deagle and a Dream as well. But the first frag again, Heartbreak gets the better of Fady here. That's going to definitely up the confidence here on the team. And most importantly, he gets an AK for his troubles. He'll be able to now move back and anchor on that A-bomb site. But now ATK leading back towards where they've had the most success, leading towards that B-bomb site. It's a bad CT smoke as well. Miston's definitely going to get a little bit aggressive, look through the gap, and finally gets spotted, gets taken out. But he's on the top, he's boosted late, he gets the first frag, and now another one from Chappie as well in CD Spawn, and they're putting pressure here on this round. They've called that player, so they should be aware that both players are, you can see the rotations are coming in late. He's doing work, he's staying alive, he's unable to get another one. Slowly picks off Chappie in CT, and now it's a 2v2. ATK recovering this round quite well. Omnius gonna split up. He's spamming through the smoke, his Heartbreak. He needs to do work with that AK-47. Nexus does one better with the Deagle. Slowy takes down Nexus. 1v1 AK-47 versus AK-47, and Heartbreak gets the better of him. What a round.
Huge round, yeah.
Absolutely obliterated everybody there from the word go. Picks off Fady and comes through with the AK-47, gets multiple frags, and steals the round for Omnius Gaming.
So the last round bonus money was building up. So winning this round does weird things to that, but winning the round is obviously what you want. But their money is going to be a little weird from now. Losing that round would have been kind of nice for money-wise, but what a round by Heartbreak there. And now, this is a round they should have never won.
No, 100%.
Yeah. It could be 2-7 with good money, or 3-6 with, this situation. So that was an insane round.
But it does put a lot of pressure onto this round, and as you mentioned, with that lost bonus getting reset, if they do...
Very important.
If they... Oh, and he doesn't get the first frag. It looked like an absolute sitter, but Nexus... Heartbreak. Peeks down middle and just takes the head off. Doesn't care if his AWP misses, he just goes for the shot anyway, and I love what I'm seeing
I like that play. The AWP took a shot and then went to the right, and then normally people will be waiting for the AWP to step back, so the other guy from the other side stepped, It was just a smart... in the spot play.
Yeah, and once that AWP misses that shot, you don't expect to peek from the other side. So another aggressive player from Chappie. He gets traded though.
4v3, 4v2 in Omnius' favor.
Yeah,
the T's seem to be falling back towards Banana, where they already got 2 CTs waiting, but one of them is rotating back to A. So it's only one. It's a 1v2 at the moment. The smokes are coming down, and the CT should be rotating instantly as we see on A. Let's see. Does he rotate? Number 2.
I was going to say, they've definitely cleared out middle, so they should be aware that this is coming in. You can see all the CTs now start to move, but they're kind of forfeiting the B sidechain, and I don't know.
They're doing their retake thing.
Yep.
Their retake thing works. That's how they've been winning around. So they got the util. They're just going to let them plant do what they want and retake them. That seems to be how OG likes to do this. Oh, but this is... Let's see how they do it. They got to time this right.
They do, and miss them going for those peaks. They do get aggressive. They got to isolate these duels, but that's where the flank comes in. Nexus goes
Perfect.
huge, picks up that AK-47 and does absolute damage with it. And they've managed to secure the follow-up round, and that's definitely going to put a little bit of a safety net for Omnius Gaming in terms of economy, in terms of confidence, and most importantly, in terms of rounds as they start to catch up here and have put 4 on the board in comparison to 80K's 6.
Yeah, and great decision making there. The guys in CT and backstage were waiting for Nexus to get close enough to do the trades before they do anything. It happened Blaze step, but that was the plan. You know, wait for Nexus to get close enough to trade, and then we just let's smash these fools, one flash and go.
Yep, and again, Omnius Gaming just looking aggressive here in their posture. You know, I really have to agree with what you said at the start of this game. It just doesn't look like they are afraid or scared or giving, you know, the normal respect that every other team gives 80K. Definitely confident in their procedures, in their processes, retakes, and aggression. So great to see here.
Yeah, and the money for 80K is gone now. Fady can't even afford head armor. He's got an AK and no head armor, which in Fady's hands is all right, but you know, like the money's struggling for them. They also have an AWP on T-side on slow, which I'm interested to see what they do with that, because T-side AWP on Inferno isn't that common.
Yeah,
but if you can make it work, you know.
Yeah, why not? And he hasn't had an AWP so far, so already in round 11 here, first time that he's going to pick it up. And again, this dry peeking onto Banana is what 80K love to do. And again, Mr. and Blaze just brimming with success there, and they're going to have this for absolute free. And I really think in this position now, Omnius have got to consider saving. They don't have any real advantage whatsoever. They've got tons of util as well, lots of weaponry.
It seems like they're thinking of saving, because you can see where number 3 is. He's not like trying to rush down Banana too much. But this is weird.
They've got to be careful though, because they're going to lock themselves in.
I think they're going to see if they can get a pick early. If they can't, they might back up, or are they just going for it?
Yeah, it seems like a bit of a...
Oh, the other two are going to fall back, it seems.
Yeah. But I feel like that was the value in the AK-47. Saving the shotguns, not going to do too much or boast too much for the next round, but a little bit of indecision there, and unfortunately...
I think they're kind of sticking to the disrespect play. Like, I know we're 3v5, but let's just try type thing, maybe. You know?
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't try...
I think it just felt like they probably had an opportunity to get in there. And again, if it goes, if you get a pick or two, you can definitely be done. And they've won those in the past, so no reason, not to.
Yeah, they're ready to capitalize if someone does get the pick, so that's...
Yeah. So I just feel like if the general strategy we've been looking at from Omnius Gaming has been to kind of fall back, not take those jewels in B and kind of force the retake, I feel like if the T's manage to pop and surprise you, like you got to stick to your guns. Like if you lose both players on B, if you're generally going to retake with all 5, like, you can't really expect to retake with all 3, if that makes sense. But
yeah, I think that was a beautiful, like, rock, paper, scissors by 80K, because they've been doing util, excel, like util, using util, then going to the side, using util, then going to the side, and then they dry walked in now. So, OG have been conditioned to expect the util first before they come. So when they didn't see the util, they think they're a lot further than they were, and then the 2 oaks got popped, the round's over.
Yeah, slight variations. Yeah.
Yes, that's what it's about, the rock, paper, scissors of CS.
I've never heard it framed quite beautifully like that, and I'm a big fan of rock, paper, scissors as well. So it's it does paint a good picture, and ultimately they're pulling the right calls. And here comes this pop execute again, and Omnius are going to get caught on the other side of it. Lately is going to get aggressive and push through the smoke as well. The mollies come through from C spawn. This is going to make him blind though. They are going to peek through and get him. Heartbreak, blind of course as well. 80K take the B bomb side once again, and they're starting to put quite a few numbers on the board. Nexus gets a lifeline by taking Banana. Now this is doable. Coming from both positions here makes it a possibility, but he gets mollied. He's not even aware he's standing in the molly.
Yeah.
That is gonna delay him quite a bit. And
this is what you do. If you know a team's playing retake, you save your util for when they try to retake. Like, this is very smart play by 80K, knowing what OG has been doing and what's been working, and counterplaying it, within the game. Most teams, it will take them to the next game to work this out. They figured it out within the game.
Yeah, I like their micro adjustments here, and you spoke about it before, how they're just slightly adjusting these variations, and they're making it so difficult to read, especially considering they've gone to B so many rounds. They've just literally changed up what they're doing, and it's unfortunately just getting the better of Omnius Gaming here.
Yes, 100%. And it does seem to be B heavy. Now, I wonder if when does it float into OG's mind? Do we just risk it and try stack a guy B And what's the best way to do that? I think you like your beta guy family. That's like one of the best plays you can do. It's so overused, but it's so strong. You know.
Yeah, no, 100%. I definitely think they need to switch something up on that B site as well.
And also that lately made a play through a flash, which I liked it because he got into the site just before they got in. If he could dodge one more flash, it would have been beautiful. But
Ooh,
they were
that
doing
was...
the retake. Oh, nice pick by Slowy. So the AWP is working out for him here. This is the first pick we've seen from it earlier, huh?
Yeah, that was his first successful entry. Hasn't had it many rounds though, but with that said, he does manage to get that first pick. It's unfortunately just a bad angle for the CT. They're slowly well aware of what angles he can push the limits to, and does so, gets the first frag, opens it up, but again, all three players here left, going to be stuck here on this B bomb sites, and looks like
They want to
ATK
save.
switched it up. Yeah, they're definitely going to have to. Economy's also been rough. You can see the players have got absolutely zero in the bank in both Chappie and Bunny lately, only with a mere 300. So they want to hold on to all of these rifles.
And the nades.
Yeah, most importantly, yeah, they're not going to be able to
Yeah.
drop too much over to their teammates as well. But both of those players remaining will be able to get something for their troubles.
We got an 80k planting A this round. So when I wonder if they assumed OG was on this like half save buy.
Yeah, I'm
But it
pretty
would
sure
be a
they got
hard
it.
one because it's what a weird buy by OG, you know. Just the USP and nades and armors. Maybe he dropped his gun.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But either way, good save. Oh, 9-4.
Yeah, now Omnius Gaming need to come with some sort of Hail Mary play. I really feel like they've stepped away from that aggression after getting punished once or twice, and you can't change. I mean, we've seen round after round, they've had success against fading that apartments, but since they've lost these
they get that pick
BXQs and
often.
stuff, yeah, they do, but they've kind of stepped away from it now and lean more towards this pass. Oh, he has the aggression. Heartbreak comes down middle and slowly doesn't spot the player. That's another kill for Heartbreak, getting aggressive. All the players are going to look to trade him, and that allows for Dar to get another pick as well, though. So aggression is punished. ATK well aware now.
It's a weird round for OG again with their money. You know, like it's a half save, half buy because they brought their weapons over. So it's kind of like a weird money round where if they win this, they've like got so much money for the rest of the game, the next round.
Yeah, but at this point, the rounds are running out. You know, it's 15 rounds and a half, and we're already nearing the end of it. But Chappie chimes in with a kill, and this makes it doable. 3v3 here, but Daru still in that dangerous pit area lately. Gonna need to push through the smoke, and ooh, that trade is actually perfect. Chappie's trying to clear the ditch out, but oh, Daru's playing it so well. Fady and him just hold it down, and both players crossfiring and making it difficult for OG, and they convert it 10-4 now as we move into the final round of the half, and it looked close, and all of a sudden it just looked so far. And you mentioned the funny buy. This does allow them to buy into this last round. They took a bit of a risk, but
they need this. They need this round. It will help so much. The difference between 11-4 and 10-5 is it's quite big.
Yeah,
so if they can get this extra round, plus the momentum of winning the last round.
Yeah, 100%. And if you move into the pistol round, if you have 5, you get that 6. Suddenly it just doesn't feel too far away. So
yeah,
definitely going to want to look to kind of close and get this final round of the half. ATK obviously looking to do the same.
And ATK has conditioned them to have the 3Bs, you know, at the start, and now they've been hitting A for the past 3 rounds. They've been going A, and OG have had the triple at B at the start. It hasn't like really affected the round too much, but they, you know, like their conditioning is working.
Yep, and it's also helped in form of util as well, and that's a quick site entry from Blaze. He's just tearing them apart, dominating here. He gets the picks on B, gets the picks on A, and just seems everywhere he goes
flashes.
is a Dangerman.
One guy flashed by Fady, one guy flashed by Slowy. So you know, like they got.
Yeah, there's no peek without a flash. There's no frag without a trade.
Multiple.
They're playing good. They're playing good. Yes, and look at that. Fady to end the round in style. 2 quick frags. Makes it look easy. And Omnius Gaming under so much pressure now. 11-4 as they begin.
Half.
Yeah, 100%. And ATK looking superb, looking like they're strong and ready to move on to the grand final. But the game is of 2 halves. And, of course, OG might have something up their sleeve here for the T side. We've spoken about their strength on Inferno, and let's see how deep they can go in terms of their strat book and playbook up against a very, very strong and staunch, CT side of ATK. We can expect them to get aggressive as well on their CT side. They're not going to give any respect here to OG.
And if ATK gets a bit disrespectful, can they stop it? That's the question, because they'll buy back some rounds if ATK like makes that misplay of being too aggro.
Yeah.
But I don't think they will. I think they'll be disciplined. Maybe Fady, but if it's just Fady, that's okay. One guy making plays, there's nothing wrong.
Yeah, looking super, super passive here. It just looks like they're taking a gamble stack here towards that A bomb side. So it's all going to come down to these players working that out, doing the maths, making sure that they make the right decision. They haven't been able to get any information at all. I think all 10 players...
The T's kind of pushed them back, didn't they? The T's pushed them out of T apps, out of the apps. They were making lots of noise and forced them back towards A. And now they're grouping towards B. So the CTs are at the furthest rotation from the side they're going to hit.
Oof, and that smoke.
But the longer the time goes, ATK is going to work it out, and they're already rotating to Oaks a bit closer to B because they're smelling it. It's taking a bit too long now. They're smelling it.
They do manage to rotate one over. Muslim is going to hear the burst coming in, and flashes are coming through thick and fast. That Molly is going to push him out. He is kind of waiting for assistance before he pushes up. But Chappie gets the better of him, and the first frag goes the way of OG. They're going to get the bomb down. They're going to be able to get into these post-plant positions, and the retake is on for ATK. They do have a player coming up, Banana. A lot of the success is going to depend on whether that player is able to get that frag. And right now, Slowy waits for the peak, and Heartbreak gets the better of him, and that kind of crushes the retake completely. But it doesn't matter. OG show up and take every...
There's a pistol. There's a pistol. That was a great hold there by them. Like their retake stopping the CTs pushing in. Because I guess they're so good at retakes, they probably know what to expect. So.
Yeah, I definitely say that. But yeah, all 5 men, that allows them to get a comfortable buy. Yeah, of course, ATK with no success, no money in the pocket from any frag there whatsoever. They're going to full save, not investing into it. No reason to. They got lots of rounds here to work with. No need to kind of commit to that early round. Allow OG back into this.
It's 5 CTs mid. There's 5 CTs mid, 3 on the right, 2 on the left, and OG's going there with AKs. They might give them AKs. This is an interesting choice.
Setup. Takes the first frag. He expects more, but it's huge round from Chappie and Nexus. What looked like a little bit of trouble. They deal with it swiftly and soundly, and again, all 5 players survive on the side of Omnius Gaming, and this is the start that they needed if they wanted to get back into this and put up some sort of fight against ATK. 11-6 now. ATK are going to buy into this. Yeah. Questionable at the very least.
I like it. I don't think OG is going to expect this. They do have 2 SMGs and a Galil going up against the rifles.
Yeah, and I actually see on the side of
100% OG, I don't think they read this round. They're not expecting the buy. Let's see how they're playing it. They're doing their default.
Chappie's getting taken out in Banani. Yeah, no, I think there was an exchange of mollies. He ran back.
Could maybe try get one before he died type of play.
Yeah, I think he had very little choice, and they get...
And I think he didn't expect them to have util as well. That's just my guess. So it's 5v3 now. And OG still have quite a bit of util to use for the execute. You think they're going to hit A?
I think they should. I think the bomb's still in T spawn, so they need to recover that before they kind of make any decision. And Heartbreak is looking for a frag here. He's going to make a bit of noise. He gets the bit of Slowy somehow, so that's that risk paying off in absolute spades. And now you see that Banana player is walking all the way back to T spawn, so there's a big discrepancy with the team and where the bomb is, and this is going to allow Mistim to get all the frags.
The bomb's going to die at Banana. The Banana guy just killed...
He gets both! He gets both lately. He opens the round and he's very aware of where Mistim is, and just as we thought it was all said and done, lately able to get onto that B-bomb site, but Mistim is hot on his heels here, already moving up towards Banana. The call came through and
1v1. He has no idea where he is, but good choice to smoke. He's going through his own smoke. This is smart from Mistim.
Lately tries to just get a better idea of where Mistim could be coming from. He kind of gambled and guessed CT, but Mistim with the 4K there just closes out the round. He deals swiftly with the entire of the A pressure from Omnius Gaming, and he subsequently clutches the round. Huge play by him, and just as ATK were looking to be under a little bit of pressure, Mistim comes through and saves them, or saves the day. But that said,
and they held A. They stopped that push in A. That was just crazy that Lately got those 2 kills. Like, that shouldn't have happened for ATK, but wow, that
it kind of made
well
it close.
well played by Mistim to be patient, waiting for the banana push, because there's probably 2 things that T is going to do. He's either going to push CT or banana, or small chance that you'll have backstage, because most people want to make a play. So
Again,
well read by him just to be patient.
Aggressive banana control again, and just the CTs are reigning supreme. But Chappie manages to trade a frag. Didn't look like it was going to be able to go their way. He doesn't get blind by the flash either, so he's going to be able to pick up a weapon now for his troubles as well. And somehow they make that work. They get the man advantage. This is going to split the defenses up. So do they commit to the B side is the question. They've got so much time to work with. I don't think they have to force the issue here.
No, but they don't have map control anywhere else on the map. So to push back and not know. Nice pick by Mr.
Again.
ATK had the people who died at SMGs, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct? So this wasn't like a full rifle commitment by them, I think.
No,
their money
is a bit low though. Their money is a bit low though.
But they're rotating back now. Back in this round, 3v spotted, 3v3 spotted going towards A. It's a 1v3 in the A side. The CT1, 3 terrorists pushing him.
Oh, and Fady's in such a good position, but they are kind of aware of his position, so they are going to lock him out. Bommy's going to go down. I'm going to molly him out as well. That's going to force him back towards N1. Slowly, of course, coming from this library area, and they still got to wait for their final teammate in the form of Mistim to come all the way through, and that's Heartbreak. Get in the pick, and that puts it into a 2v3, and this is now tough for ATK. Mistim's going to need to do huge work here, slowly as well. You can see they are going to go for it, though.
Yeah,
peeks in, and Bunny gets that frag. It's all up to Mistim again. He needs to go huge, but he cannot do it. Heartbreak stands up himself and puts one on the board. They're still around back from ATK there, and that's putting ATK in a really tough position economically. They've been put under quite a bit of pressure this half so far. It's been back and forth, and OG have finally cracked the CT economy, and this is going to allow them a little bit of a cushion here. They're just going to keep their wits about them here and just deal with the eco round, swiftly deal with it methodically.
Yeah, like they did that other round. They went to the stack and just killed it.
Yeah, that was a bit dangerous. That was a bit dangerous for sure.
But hey, if it works.
If it works, you can't fold it.
Yeah. I'm loving Hard Takes play. Hard Takes is getting big impact frags. When he's getting the frags, he's like locking out parts of the map. So I'm really enjoying what he's doing. I'm keen to see what he does this round as well. But Lately just holding for the flank. It seems they're trying to get some ground in A. Nice pick by Lately. CTs are on a safe, so...
It's a beautiful little flashbang there. Heartbreak. Under quite a bit of pressure. He's going to fall back. Slowly managed to get a frag onto Bunny as well. And just this is full USPs, and they're managing to do so much damage. They're going to re-aggress towards N1. They're going to pick up the AK-47 as well, and tries to get traded out by a very brave Heartbreak on 1 HP. And they are going to wrap though. Missed him. 1, 2. He gets the third. Missed him. Absolutely insane. Blaze clears up as well. And just as it looked good for OG to start building the comeback, to start gaining that respect from ATK, boom, Mistim slams down on him and gets another triple kill for his troubles. 22 for 10 now, more than 2 KD. So definitely stepping up for his team here.
Yeah, great hold there by Mistim. Just a deagle against 3 guns.
Beautiful off angle as well, just not expecting it at all, and just those micro adjustments. Fady putting pressure with the AK kind of forced the error out of OG, and of course if you give
and that
ATK,
flash
was huge.
For the picks at the start,
yeah, considering it's a USP flash, that's all you got to make it work. Is definitely a feat on its own, but a quick middle is the call, and Mistim is on the other side of it. Along with Slowey, they're able to push out the util. Yeah, they do get one. It's a little bit of a broken buyer, kind of an all-in commitment from OG, so they need to make this work. They have no choice. All of the remaining players are stuck up in this middle area. Fady easily going to get another frag. This is going to force another player to try and trade. No, they're stuck there in ribs now, and it's...
they're getting locked in that part of the map quite a lot. At the top of middle, they're holding that and looking for the picks for quite a while. They did this last round as well.
Yeah, it cost them as well. They just allowed ATK to constantly just push and pull and probe and just kind of identify where they're going. And now they are going to hit this N1, and There goes the first frag. Slowy gets blind. Lately does manage to frag, but it's all up to Slowy, and he manages to hit his shots, and AWP reigns supreme here on the CT side.
And that round was kind of the round OG was hoping to swing, swing momentum back. Because now going into the 14th, they don't have a bye. So the plan was that round. They're hoping to catch them off guard, which is, there's a small chance that you'll catch a team like ATK or off guard with a bye like that. But, if you're trying to win, you have to try something.
Yeah, and it felt like that was exactly what they're trying to do. And you can see right now they've had to full save, and this will put them on match point. If they forfeit this round, it does seem to be a full B pick. They're going to have to brute force through the molly, but it's a nade, their own nade that drops. Or something bounced off the wall, and lately, along with the molly from the CTs, and it's just an absolute disaster. If that doesn't kill the confidence, I mean, just after they got their first frag, they dropped that nade, and it ultimately just kills both of the players that were forced to push through the molly, and oh, gee.
100% what happened. Lately, it must have hit someone in front of him with his nade instead of getting the nade over them.
Yep,
oh,
must have bounced off someone's leg and just did enough damage there. I'm surprised if he got kicked from the server.
And when that happens, you just gotta laugh it off, because that's rough.
Yeah,
but it's not over. The next round is, they're gonna try go for the OT.
Oh, it's a beautiful spray control there from Muslim.
Muslim's looking
he's
mighty
looking
crispy.
Fire. Yeah, and he has been for some time. Him and Freddy have been doing absolute damage in the recent weeks, but this is definitely Muslim standing tall here. More than 10 frags away from any of his teammates.
Yeah.
And now this is all in. This is OG's final round, their final chance to make it back into this game. This CT
what is
economy.
Winning play? What play do they think is going to win them the game? That's what they're going to try now. This is what they think is the best chance they have to win.
And Fady slowly gets the first frag. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Superb flash timings as well. He's just so aware of when his teammate's going to be supporting him. He peeks on the first flash, gets supported with the second as well, and ultimately just makes it look quick and easy. And I think that is all that she wrote. Of course, Heartbreak not out of this just yet. The bomb is still stuck in spawn though, so despite having an aggressive position here and perhaps able to find one or two jewels, he's just got such a tall task ahead of him. Pretty sure the CTs know that the bomb's there as well, so it doesn't matter. Too little too late, and Heartbreak not able to make anything happen, and what looked like sort of close to fair at the start. Eventually, ATK run away with the game, and 16-7 is the score, and ATK will, of course, be moving into that grand final, dismissing Omnius Gaming, but it looked like it looked a lot closer than the score reflects. I think a lot of those rounds were a little bit tight. Commiserations to Omnius Gaming. Unfortunately, fall down to ATK, and yeah, I mean, they go through to the final, so got our first finalists.
Congrats to ATK.
Yeah.
And well played by Omnius. They definitely have potential to do like a lot of damage in, the coming weeks.
No, for sure. And I mean, ultimately you're taking Inferno up against, ATK. It's like their home ground almost. So it's definitely a feat to be kind of, proud on, and they'll be able to work on it and come back stronger next time. But for now, guys, we're going to go through to a break, and we will be beginning our grand final at 10 p.m. So don't go anywhere. And yeah, we're going to see some of the best CSGO action, and looking forward to it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. It is the boy Goals, and I'm joined here by Graham Corrupt Blackburn. And yeah, we're heading into the grand finals. Welcome back, guys. And
What up?
yeah, looking for another tight affair here between the two titans that are Goliath Gaming and ATK. Surprise, surprise, we see them both in the grand final. Albeit a bit of a tougher match for Goliath Gaming. You know, having to take on Sinister 5, coming down to absolutely the wire, 16-14, and I believe that GG were actually needed or were required to make a kind of a comeback there as well. So a little bit of a shaky one for them. Of course, ATK swiftly dealing with Omnius Gaming on Inferno. So yeah, I mean, let's talk a bit more about this matchup, Corey. What are your thoughts?
Just to go back, that last game was Sinister 5. They're up. It was like 14-10 when we checked the scores. We're both wondering, like, okay, who's ATK going to play? So, like, well done by Goals to finish it out. You know, being 14-10 down to finish that. You know, like you have to, hold your
Yeah, you
nerve.
have to
And
hold. Yeah, no,
yeah,
exactly.
it's
But I think
it's
it's
good that they
again,
did that.
and I think especially on Dust too. You know, it's one of the most difficult maps, especially if you kind of fancy yourself as a favorite. You know, once you start giving some sort of momentum to the other team, it becomes quite a bit of pressure. But we're jumping into the veto now. We see that Goliath Gaming remove Nuke. It's been ATK's staple pick for quite some time. ATK, of course, banning Vertigo. That's been their staple ban for some time
Yeah.
as well. Goliath Gaming choosing to pick Inferno.
All right.
So it looks like ATK will take Mirage. And yeah, so pretty much standard stuff coming through. Goliath Gaming banning Train. And then, of course, ATK banning Overpass, leaving
Oh,
Dust
Dust
2 as
2
the
decider.
decider. Oh, that's intense if it gets to it, man.
But this is
Love
looking good. But both teams are getting their maps. Goliath, the last time they actually beat ATK was on Inferno, and it was 16-14. So a close game, but they did beat ATK last time they played on Inferno, and that is their map. So hopefully they can do that again.
and
ATK with
Mirage.
Mirage, they beat GG last time they played 16-10. So a bit bigger of a margin.
But both winning their maps respectively, of
Yep.
course. And leaving
But the
Dust 2
third
as the
Dust 2.
decider.
Yeah, and ATK won the last time they faced on Dust 2. So
Yep,
looking
so it
on
looks.
paper, ATK kind of has the advantage on paper. But let's see what the
Yeah.
game has to say, huh?
And also historically, I mean, the last grand final was an absolute cracker. It was so tight. But the one before that was quite a blowout. I mean, a quick 2-0, and it looked like Goliath Gaming were a little bit lost. So they've definitely made a step in the right direction in the recent weeks. And obviously that 1 week break now between season 1 and 2. Let's see if they've managed to change things up. I have seen
Yeah,
that they've
tightened all
adjusted
the
some
loose
of their.
spots.
Yeah, no, I think they've made some adjustments and things. So I think it'll be interesting to see how they fare, and especially on Inferno, which is essentially their home ground. So yeah, looking forward to this game.
Goals home ground, huh? Goliath's home ground.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they have
They
beaten
generally pick this map.
ATK 3 times on this map. You know, out of the
Yeah.
8 times ATK has played Inferno, GG has beaten them 3 times on it. So it's the
It's
map
definitely
ATK has
it's
lost the most on in a way, you know?
yeah. And I mean that's the thing. It's like as much as it's Goliath Gaming's map or home ground, as I say, at the end of the day, ATK just very very formidable on the map. Very aware of how it works and quite deep in terms of what they have in their arsenal. We saw them against Omnius Gaming, obviously showing class there, and unfortunately dismissing them quite easily on this map. So they're definitely going to feel a little bit of a run of momentum moving into this, but. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Goliath Gaming will arrive for the challenge. But both teams here, neck in neck. It's a strong rivalry here for the start of 2020. It's been going on for quite a few weeks, and here we find ourselves again.
Yep. And the last time they played was 16-14, so it doesn't get any tighter. This is to see who's made the most adaptation, who's improved the most in the week since last they played, who's going to tighten all the silly mistakes, losing versus save, who's not going to do that. I think is what that's going to determine the game. The least
Yeah, and
mistakes.
small. Yeah, for sure. And both these teams as well, so well versed. And it's not even about just necessarily not making too many mistakes, but it's about punishing them as well. And both these teams have the players that just have the ability to just completely wipe open a site or change a situation. So if it does come down to the wire, to a round, to a frag, it's that's all that lies in this game, or the difference in this game. And that's why we love CS. It's a game of margins, small and big, and ultimately this is the two of the best in the country facing off, and looks like we're going to be jumping into the game, and I'm super, super excited for this. Ladies and gentlemen, it is your Season 2, Week 1 of the Inkosi Super Cup. Shout out to Nodwin Gaming. An awesome tournament they got going here. Another grand final on the way, of course, on the So Strong platform. Superb stuff for the start of 2020. Thank you so much, guys. And to Jinx, of course, to showcasing this to all of the viewers around the country. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. But to jump in this game now, we do have Goliath Gaming starting on this pistol round. It looks like they've got something planned out here. All numbers are heading towards that middle area. Pretty stock standard stuff coming out of ATK. 3-2 split here, leaning towards the A bomb site, so not stacking.
They've gone back towards B.
Yeah, they've made a little bit of a presence, and now it's a full B hit here. That's going to be a meaty grenade there. Does quite a bit of damage. A bit of a peek there from Family, but Daru makes his position away, but two beautiful shots there. He manages to stand tall, but he gets traded up a zip. 3v3 scenario, and the retake will commence. ATK do have a player coming from Bananas, so it will make this retake.
And double flash on Wisdom for this retake. Let's see where he's going to place these flashes and how they're going to use that. 3v3. Bomb down and B. The time is going. They're just waiting for, I think, the banana guy to see if there's anyone there. They know there's no one there, and now they're going. Another flash.
Yep. Oh, but they get aggressive, and I felt like they made a bit too much ground there for Wisdom to still make those flashes effective. But now, Fady has moved into the sights, and he quickly gets stealth with by Mango. I think a 3-kill for him. Beautiful round. Managing to edge out the pistol there for Goliath Gaming. 1-2
perfectly timed push. They knew they were setting up for a retake, and what's the best way to stop them retaking? Just push them before they're trying to do their execute.
Yep.
So really well played. I'm sure they smelt it was coming, and it was a really smart call to say, okay, two of us, let's push her now.
Yeah, and ideal as well, closing down the distance, and kind of allows them to kind of use their guns to their advantage. But
I think the idea behind it was to stop the two-pronged attack. They don't want to be attacked from, backstage and banana at the same time. So they decide, okay, let's take the backstage fight now, and then we take the banana fight. Which is smart. Good shot by Slowy. On a save, they've invested in this round.
Completely, yeah. No, this is a full buy round for the side of ATK, and they managed to get that first pick, and that's definitely going to put a little bit of concern onto the side of Goliath Gaming here. Already a man down, still got a minute left on the clock. They do have a wealth of util though.
Yeah. And a lot of mollies. They want to push them out all the close angles. I'm sure these mollies it's all going to be in the same, like at the same site at all the close angles. But which site are they going to do it? It looks like they haven't decided yet. It's still just 2-2 split.
Ooh, a beautiful little pre-fire from Zip. He catches one player. Slowy is able to tag ADM there, Zip. Also very, very low. It looks like they're going to be committing to the site, but it's a stack, and now they've been made aware. Now they are going to double back. You can see the rotations are coming in thick and fast. Molly's there, but it's a quick rotation. But ATK have read this. They are moving back towards this A bomb site. It's going to come down to the entries, and whether or not...
Smart play going into here instead of just rushing in one.
Oh, and he's going to throw the Molly onto the side. That's definitely going to be putting some pressure on Wisdom. He's getting burned. It forces him forward, and he gets fragged. And it's all up to Fady now. He crouches in the sight. He goes huge, but Mango deals with him swiftly. 2v1 now. He needs to still get the bomb down. Yep. And Blaze
2v1 Mango. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he lands up actually baiting out that play. He pushes through the smoke. Oh, can't get the shot. Mango 4 HP. Needs to go huge. Oh, and he's not able to do so. ATK make it work, and it all comes down. Well, it all started with that pick from Slowy. And they just adjusted beautifully throughout that round. Yeah,
and then Blaze also, Blaze told they were trying to go B, and then Blaze said, nah, he got a pick, and they said, I don't want to come here anymore, and they try to go back A. Very smart of them to go back into, because they're cutting off all those close angles we talked about on the last game.
No,
and then they mollied over there. Yeah, very, very smart, and they know what the other team's got and how to stop it.
I almost feel like that if you're stacking that B bomb site, it's almost worthwhile to lose that opening duel just to bait them a bit into that stack a little bit more, kind of tease them a bit. And once the frags go the other way, then suddenly Goliath Gaming realize they have no business in that B bomb site, and they're forced to retreat and unfortunately just put themselves under pressure. ATK, we talked about making mistakes and punishing them, and they've done just that. Punishes the aggressive peek from Adaro middle, and ultimately punishes the kind of no information play or Hail Mary onto that B bomb sites, and ATK pull back with one of their own. And look at the economy. They've got beautiful weapons. They've got lovely amounts of utility as well, and Goliath Gaming have got little to nothing to work with. They've got an AK-47 up on ADM, so he needs to go big.
Yeah, this is a money round. Both teams have no money. Who's ever winning this is, like starting to build the base. But right now, like, there's no money in this game. Everyone's poor, hardly any nades. If you do have a nade, you have a SMG or deagles for the Goliath guys. But they seem to be fishing in B. They're trying to get like an early pick or bait out the util so they can go in later and not have to deal with that util. They've got a smoke out of them, so I guess mini plan, executed.
Yeah, that's exactly kind of the name of the game there, is to just kind of expend that util and not get kind of caught out with it in the middle of a breach. So you can see they are able to draw some there towards middle, towards that B side, but the clock is ticking, Corey. It's 40 seconds now, and Goliath Gaming don't have much control. They are able to make a little bit of a presence towards middle, but they are leading towards B, and surprise, surprise, ATK are stacking it once again, and it's gone dismally in the past. It's going to be up to ADM here to kind of create some sort of presence or something. He's fishing, but he's not getting anything, and now they're forced to commit. It's going to come down to Slowy. He gets 2 quick frags, and he gets another one as well, supported by Daru, and it all just falls apart again. Not enough information found by Goliath Gaming, and they get absolutely punished.
Yeah, interesting around that by GG there. I think the hope was to where ADM was playing. The hope was to catch them rotating early.
Yeah,
I think that was the plan.
Back. But they just ran out of the clock, man. They ran out of time.
No, that's the issue with having a strat that relies on another team to make a mistake. If they don't make the mistake, like, your plan's falling apart,
Yep, and just to talk about not making that mistake, that takes quite a bit of confidence in the setup to just kind of keep both players remaining in ditch and not getting punished and not forcing that rotation, standing hard or standing firm and sticking to the game plan. So ATK, they force Goliath Gaming here onto a full set of Glocks. They do have one deagle in the hands of ADM, but obviously that's a very, very difficult position to be in. Can't expect much from them, but they are going to take it slow. They're going to make ATK work for these kills, perhaps have a little chat about what the plan is for the next round. That is going to be the important round where they buy up, and they would really want to respond to the start that ATK have had here.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how they approach the next buy round. This round, if they can just get ATK to waste some util, that would help a bit.
Yeah, every dollar counts, man.
Yeah, it goes. Ideally, you want to get picks and do damage, but if not, at least get rid of their nades,
Yeah, not feed them a nice 5k eco ace or anything that can boost the confidence on the opposing side, but
GG taking it really slow. Maybe they're trying to kill the momentum, I think. They don't want ATK to win a couple of rounds quick in a row, get that the vibe of feeling it, so they slowed it down as shit. And now they're sneaking through to B. This is a crazy spot that Adaru's gotten into.
Yeah, Adaru just behind enemy lines. He gets the dink as well. He gets the follow-up now. This B side is weak, and all 3 players are moving on. They have spotted him towards family, and now Blaze is going to be under pressure. He does get a pop flash off. The pressure's too much. Zip gets the frag in the sights, and Live Gaming have had the most success here on this pistol round. And it's a beautiful shot from Mistim. He gets 2 quick frags, able to swiftly deal. Players Fady chimes in as well, and all said and done, obviously a tough post-plant position to hold, but ATK make it look easy.
Considering what they invested in this round, that's a good save by Goliath.
Yeah, it's definitely quite a gap that Adara managed to find, and ultimately it was the weakest that the B bomb side actually has been hold this entire half. So Goliath Gaming finding a nice gap there to kind of find some entries and get the bomb down. This kind of bolsters their buy though quite a bit. They were going to be able to purchase, but now it's full pockets. But same on the side of ATK.
ATK is also full util, so like they can delay any plan they have. This is going to be who's throwing their util first, and is that util going to do damage? Like if ATK just holds back while GG's throwing their util, they'll be good.
Oh, and you can see that ATK are focusing.
For banana.
Yeah, definitely going to take that banana, but you can see Goliath Gaming have kind of positioned for this. Not going to contest, and see ATK kind of get that control, fall back. Pretty standard stuff. Goliath Gaming going to start getting aggressive, try and get some sort of mid control.
They have 0 banana control, the Ts. The CTs have pushed them all the way onto ramp. But they do have apps control. That's normally the trade-off you want to take. If you don't have banana, you want at least apps.
At the very least, that kind of keeps the CT side guessing somewhat, but they've definitely got to deal with this this position in Banana because Blaze is just able to transfer all of this information. Finally gets flashed off. That's going to cause a bit of doubt. But right now, Goliath Gaming are looking poised to hit this A bomb side, and ATK are waiting on the other side of that with 4 players. And again, got a great read here on how this round is unfolding, and Blaze is just able to hold that entire B bomb side by himself.
But check the util. The util's running out for ATK. They got a couple smokes left, but 1 molly and then flashes. Whereas GG has a lot of executional.
Oh, and it's a bit of a burst here. Quickly, they come out of a pod. Just one flash. They don't even use it. So Slowy is able to get frags. Fady and Mr. are just in such good positions. ADM finally gets a frag in Goliath's favor. Nice. Gets another one as well. So perhaps started something. Doesn't expect the third in the form of Fady, and that triangle of doom there between pit, ditch, and side towards that N2 area is just proving to be too strong. A little bit of a pop burst there. I feel like, we were speaking about the util running out on the CT side, but Goliath Gaming kind of make it easy for ATK. They don't really use or empty their pockets, kind of force them out of positions. And obviously ATK with the kind of stack leading towards that side, they'll take that fight, or those fights any time of day, and they put another one on the board.
That was the rock, paper, scissors of CS, but Goliath threw rock and ATK was waiting with the paper, Yeah, they knew what they were doing. They tried to burst and they were just ready. They had their guns waiting, not waiting anti-util. If you want to do that burst, you kind of want the CTs to be waiting like with a nade in their hand, expecting your util and then releasing it. That's kind of what you're trying to catch out. But ATK had a read on it perfectly.
And again, all off the back of that B control that Blaze was able to maintain for so long on his own.
They had, 4 CTs like almost in A. Just one guy watching for the CT wrap. And the rest of them are pretty much just waiting for that execute to come in. And all that util that GG had, it was a waste of money. If you are going to do one of those burst plays, well, why buy those nades?
Yeah, we'll just use them early in the round, I guess. But obviously trying to maybe conserve that util for post-plant positions. But I mean, ultimately you got to get the site before you can consider that. And right now they're having little to no success B, and they've been shut down towards A as well. Missed some beautifully paced molly. He's going to peek off the back of it though.
40 seconds left. GG's playing extremely slow.
They are, and they've shown their position though. They've shown their hand a little bit. They get middle control. The forces missed them back. You can see they've got quite an even split here.
No banana control for the CT, so falling back for the T's here is possible. But the CTs are like both in the site at least.
Now the breach comes in. Yeah, they're playing double left on the side, but they get peeked off, and now it's all up to Mr. He's going to wait for support, but Daru's doing it beautifully in the smoke. There's no smoke for CT, and makes quick work of it. Daru able to anchor on that side beautifully there. And
only lost
Goliath
one.
Gaming, yeah, only lost one, and Goliath did invest a couple of pistols and bought some util there for that round, but it all pretty much doesn't add up to much. And ATK start building up their economy here, already over 6K on a few players, so they've got the perfect start. And just remember, this is Goliath Gaming's map pick, and ATK are showing up here.
Yeah, heavily. Let's see what GG does on their next buy now. They got the full util, and they start off with a default. They don't have banana control now, and we have an aggro push by slow down mid.
Oh,
a lot of the Brazilian teams are doing. Oh, I haven't seen this. I like this play by slow.
I'm pretty sure he got spotted though, so they're definitely going to be on the hunt for him here. I'm pretty sure they should have shot at the tip of his head, and there goes the spot. Massacre hunts him down, smells him out, and kills him swiftly. But instantly, Blaze gets aggressive in banana and gets that trade. Spams ADM through the smoke.
We're back to a 4v4 now. No banana controls for the T's. CT's. Everyone's kind of left banana now. The T's are kind of waiting in the middle of the map. GG's playing very conservative, I'd say. They don't want to get to the chokes too quick, and I think they want all the util to be used before they come in. But this is another round where they get into the site under the minute mark. They just got there. So let's see what they do. They've set up for an A execute, and they have the number advantage of 4v2 at the A side because there's 2 more CTs still stuck at B. The B CTs are pushing down banana for the flank. Will they get there in time before the T's push into A? I don't think so.
No, they're definitely going to be aware that the side hit is coming. Numbers are swarming towards this area of the map, and Fady is going to put down a molly, but is it a little bit late? Players already swarming the bomb site. Missed them, able to get the first frag. They're going to tuck in. They're going to play it safe. Mango able to deal with him. Missed him. Still in the pit, though, but gets traded out. But now the rotations have come in from B. It's all up to Mango. He's going to be able to get a little molly off and get the bomb down as well. Probably going to push through it, though. Blaze, he does. Mango deals with him, but Blaze able to take care of that final flag as the clock almost ran out. And again, just falling short there at the last hurdle.
A quick good decision by ATK. As they heard him plant, they both pushed. You know, there was no delay. I'm pushing and a bit of a gap. They both just went through the molly for the guy.
Yeah,
that's kind of like the unspoken. You know, like we both kind of just know what to do.
Yeah, you have to have those sort of dynamics set in place, and you know it comes down to how much of you know if you guys are on the same page or not as a team in kind of making those decisions and adjustments. And even then, I've always been a fan of the kind of philosophy around CS, which is you know a bad plan, you know, with full belief and full buy-in from the team can sometimes work better than a good plan, you know, that's got no belief.
No belief. So. Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you with that.
But jumping into this round here, sorry.
Again, GG, they're very safe playing, very conservative playing. They don't want to take unnecessary nade damage. And they seem to be favoring mid a lot as well. This wrap to A seems to be what they want to do. They must feel like that's the best way to win rounds is doing this wrap to A. So let's see if they try it again. There's no guns on them, so they got smokes and 5 flashes. So I'm expecting flashes for a couple seconds for the B guys. Let's see if they do it. No more flashes left. Like one smoke, 1 flash left.
It's all a juke, and that's going to be the molly that pauses this. And you can see the rotations are coming in thick and fast. Smoke does eliminate that Coffin's area, but now they are going to hit the sides. And Zip goes down, but Daru able to get 2 quick frags as well. He tucks into the corner, and he's playing this superbly. He's having quite a game. Yeah, he gets 4. Can he get the 5th? The 5th play is all the way there in that A bomb site. Going to be looking for Mr. And he finds him, but doesn't really matter. He's on the other side of the map, and the bomb's in that B bomb site. He's only got 20 seconds left. At least he will be able to take an M4 for his troubles. Peaks gets taken out, and Fady gets that last frag. Beautiful round there from Daru. I think if you had to look at a couple of the last matches, you know, and even on Twitter and stuff, he mentioned how he felt like he hasn't been playing that well, or hasn't been playing up to the standard that he holds himself to, or to that of his teammates, because they've been playing really, really well. And now he's having a crack of a game already. Just got multi frags, and if that's anything to go by. You spoke about earlier in the game, you know, which team is going to be making those improvements, those adjustments, making less mistakes. How have they improved in this week? And obviously individually, Daru stepping it up, and he's showing up here today, 7-1, and felt like just a moment ago that we started this game, and already ATK are just cruising away with it.
Yeah, and it's not like Goliath is just running into their guns, you know. They got plans and they're delaying the round, but ATK is just they're just on the ball right now. This next, I'd love for GG to just change the pace, just so ATK has something different to look at. But GG has a plan in mind, you know, like they definitely have something that they're trying to extort, or you know.
Yeah, there's definitely some sort of high level, you know, kind of approach to how they're starting these rounds and how they're trying to close them. But it's just, you know, when you...
It hasn't worked yet. I'm keen to see when it works. Like, you know, it will be like a light bulb for me, I think.
And they also haven't been able to kind of lead on their normal banana take, which is where they tend to put most of their pressure at the start of these rounds. But perhaps this is the difference maker. Daru does have that AWP, and usually we see it in the hands of ADM. Yeah, well, they haven't this game particularly, but usually they pretty much favor it every single round with both T and CT. But they've just been avoiding, obviously, what seems to be ATK's aggressive take. Oh, Slowy, is he going to get caught out? Gets quite a bit of damage done. Pretty much an even trade, and he's trying to bait it out, though, because Mistim is sitting here with him.
It's a big chunk of damage already. No? ATK just chirping them down. That was almost a TK.
Oh,
Mistim with 2 in mid.
Frag.
2v5 in the favor of ATK now. Mistim crispy clean as always.
Yeah, you could just see that they kind of did a broken breach there, no real flash. Mistim just picks them off one by one. It was kind of like a broken trade attempt. At the end of the day, they just come out short. Mistim just knows exactly, you know, the kind of players that he's playing against, he knows that they're going to come in for those trades, and he just manages to back up, re-peek, and finally on the site, he also just stands his ground and takes that final player.
And now a 2v5 for Goliath Gaming. They're going up mid with 3 CTs are waiting for them. And they don't... ADM's already tagged. But do you try saving this or do you go for it? I think you're at that stage in the game where it's 7-1, you know, you're kind of thinking, do we have to? You know,
yeah, especially right now, they have no idea
Mm.
where the remaining CDs are, so even to save at this point would be a difficult thing, but I do think that is what they are going to do.
Yeah.
They do pick up the AWP as well, they retrieve it for Adaro. ATK happy to trade out a couple of AKs as well. So, yeah, I mean, right now, it's a swimming start here for ATK, and you can just see the economy or the bank that's building up on their side. It's definitely looking like an easy half year.
They haven't done anything crazy except that one play was slowy through Vietnam.
Yeah, and he got punished.
ATK's not getting...
still didn't work out.
So maybe that was good for ATK that he got punished, so they're not going to, you know, get too aggro and do pushes. But they seem extremely disciplined, you know, they're not trying to impose their will in a way. They're just playing the game.
Oh, they're playing stock standard stuff here. They're just sticking to their setups. They've got basic, you know, easy contact plays. As soon as one player takes the initial contact or angle, ultimately he's got a player that's going to be able to step in a complementary position. And you can see that on their smaller sites in the form of B, they've got great banana control and they fall back into great setups. And you know, the same thing can be said about the A-bomb site. They've ultimately got that triangle of doom set up, and Goliath Gaming are just doing absolutely nothing to kind of disturb that setup or disturb that comfort zone. And it's just giving free reign here for ADK to just switch up setups, get a bit more aggressive, stack up towards middle, and just feels like Goliath Gaming have no guess or no good read on what they're doing, and ATK just making it look easy.
Yeah, it seems ATK aren't doing what Goliath wants in a way, if that makes any sense. You know, like when they're looking for the mid pick or trying to get that mid fight, like ATK is just like, no, you can have mid, we'll go wait on the side for you. Come when you're ready.
Yeah, but the way that they adjust across the map off the back of that is what is important, or what is giving them the edge in these rounds. And
this is early for GG. They've been a lot more aggro than they have been this whole game. Where they almost got second mid, they're normally not up this close until 1 minute. It's a 1 minute 20 and they're the furthest they've been on the map.
Yeah, and another important thing to note there on the back of that is the fact that when they have been in that position, they've kind of been forced to push and rush and kind of make their presence known, whereas now they've been able to get all that control, and
then they fall back.
They did fall back. It is a bit weird.
There was a molly there. Maybe they got flashed and pushed back. Alright, so we're back to where they were, where they're going to go up mid after like sub 1 minute. Okay, here we go, sub 1 minute, they're up.
And then here comes that rotation that we saw from the CTs, but you can see they have kept a presence there towards Banana, so he's going to be able to kind of keep the defenses honest, but Goliath Gaming, just so much indecision here. They've just bottlenecked into this middle area, and they're just not making any ground, and that molly is going to make it very difficult to kind of work with, but they need to make a call now. They need to commit to something here.
Yeah, where's ADM with the AWP? Surely he's looking for a pick.
Oh, Adaro tries to get the gap. Not able to do it. Missed him. That'll signal the B hit to take place, and now it is all up to the remaining T players. And right now they're running out of time. 10 seconds left, and Daru's just playing this as he would, and he's just getting many frags. Support flashes rain in as well, and he deals with the bomber as well. And Daru is having the game of his life. Massacre able to get the kill, but he dies after time, so he's going to have absolutely nothing moving into this round. So it's a real tough economic position here for Goliath Gaming. Gonna have to save.
That was an interesting round by them. I'd love to watch the demo again and see what happened that scared them out of N2, because they had N2 control, and then next thing you look on the map, they were back in mid.
Oh, agreed. I felt like they were poised to just punish some sort of over-aggression there, or some peak that they were unsuspecting there of that A bomb sites, and they just lost confidence in themselves. That's what it looked like to me, at least.
Yeah, look, that was a weird one.
Yeah,
so they're back on deagles and pistols.
Yeah.
Going up mid, they up deep this time. 1 minute 30. They're almost where it normally takes them 1 minute 50 seconds left to get. But surely
they go back there later. They go back there later than they've ever been.
How about and this round?
Oh,
Okay, it looks like a burst into is the plan.
oh, but Daru gets 2 quick frags as well. The trading's just not there, and he gets a 4K. This man is on fire. Nobody can kill him. Eventually, ADM deals with him, but right now doesn't mean anything, and he's just feeling it right now, man.
Yeah, and Daru rotating early, he's a B player. You know, like he's came here because they smelt something. It's been a mad game by Daru. He's got what 3K 3 rounds in a row, 3K plus.
Yeah, no, I mean he's on 18 frags already, only in round 12 here
Yeah.
of the half.
Oh, great play by Daru. Well, he's definitely stepping up this game. But we've got to see something out of GG. Maybe a change of pace, change of map. I wonder what's going on with Banana as well. You say they normally like the Banana control, and now they seem very like skittish of it.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to avoid the util that 80K are having, and slowly just again getting very, very aggressive here, and they're not able to trade him. And they're getting aggressive all over the map, and right now it's just starting to look a bit disrespectful. 80K all over Goliath Gaming here.
And they 10 lead up. Like this is probably a good time to start doing it. Because even if things go pear-shaped, you already got a 10-0 lead.
Yeah.
And if you play the disrespect, you know, you can mentally like damage the other team in a way, which is part of this game.
Oh, 100%. The mental aspect, the emotional aspect, it starts piling up, especially when you're sitting 10-1 down, and you just start suddenly they change up the pace and they bring the fight to you, and you're just unable to deal with it again. Just aggression, getting caught out, making them panic, making them make these mistakes, and 80K just always one step ahead. Goliath Gaming just look like they're fumbling over their own feature.
80K is playing beautiful CS by them. You know, nothing seems to be like, oh, let me try this. Like, everything seems very deliberate.
Oh,
nice
doesn't
little pick there. No scope, maybe boost
morale. Yeah,
yeah, a little.
Take everything you can get. I'm sure at this point.
Yeah. Right now it's an emotional game for GG, I think. They need to get their emotions back.
Yeah, they need a round if they want to get back into this. They definitely need to respond here, and they need to respond with 3 rounds. 4 rounds is already just the bare minimum that you would require. And when you start looking at the way that 80K are playing, and you just think back to their formidable T side, it's starting to look dire for the side of Goliath Gaming. You can see they're forced into this round. They also believe that they need to win this. They need to get something. They need to claw their way back into this game.
Yeah, and they got a decent buy. There is some util, some weird guns, Galil, a scout, but they do have util. A nice pick by Daru. This is looking good. They haven't got an early pick in mid for a while.
I don't think they've got.
So what do they do with it?
Yep, that's the important question. I don't think they've had the opening duel at all this game, and finally they're able to get it, and this allows them to advance their position a little bit. You can see they are holding this middle position. Mistim is going to get aggressive. He's going to get a bit close and personal. He's been very successful in these positions in the past and done nothing but multi-frag, so feeling a bit
and they already cheated one of the B players over. I'm pretty sure it will be Daru here playing the library angle.
They are keeping their numbers towards A. Steps to the body.
This is what GG has been waiting for the whole time. This is what they've been waiting for. The whole setup is for this.
But it's off the back of getting the entry.
Yes,
that's the thing. Yeah.
True. But 80K haven't been giving them that entry for all the other rounds, but they've been waiting for it, and I think that's also like been playing a part. Nice pick by Daru. We got a 3v4 in the B side, 3v3. The T's aren't even in the site and they're getting picked off. They just threw CT smoke coming in now. Bombs committed to the site. 14 seconds left.
Oh, and they're going through here. They are going to get aggressive, but they stop the bomb plant. They get 2 quick frags. They deal with it, but Fady gets 2 zip. Deals with him finally, and Goliath Gaming claw back, and it looked like it was definitely in their favor this round. But again, 80K just makes sure that it goes down to the wire, and look at the damage that it's done. You know, I'm sure they're grateful that they won, or they're happy that they won a round, but they didn't win it by a far enough margin. And if you just look at the bank on the side of 80K, they can buy in spades, and
they'll buy for the rest of the game. Maybe not the last round if they lose, but they got money for days. But that's GG won a round, I'm sure. Yeah, that's something. That's gonna kick things up.
Yeah, they doubled their round. They doubled their round score at this point. But again, 80K using all of the 3 players there towards Banana. not giving up Banana whatsoever this entire half, and Goliath Gaming need to wait it out now. They are going to try and probe here towards middle, but they ultimately need to wait for that smoking Banana and again aggress there and try and push those players back, because it's pretty much been their demise the entire time for this half at least.
But they love in mid here. They're always, if I was watching this game as the other guys, you know, the next time I played, I'll nade mid every round at 1 minute, because they're always there. You know, you just bounce and nade mid. But obviously, ATK doesn't have the information we do with the mini map and knowing what they're doing. In ATK's ideas, they could be anywhere on the map, because GG is playing extremely quiet. That's why I look at the rotation. We've got 3 CTs at B. GG hasn't made a single sound.
Oh, missed him. Spots the player's cross, and he's made the call, and now the pressure is going to mount on this A bomb side. Double ditch setup is the call, but Mango swiftly peeks out of apps and gets the frag. Mango gets another one as well. Double kill. Quick burst there coming out of Goliath Gaming off the back of that stagnant mid-take. So catching ATK off guard here. It is a 3v4. Not undoable for ATK. They still do have a little bit of util to work with. They are waiting for this Banana rotation to come through, but it doesn't look like they're in any sort of position to retake this. I think they're going to try and make it as expensive as possible for Goliath Gaming. They know that their economy's kind of against the wall. They're against the ropes in that sense, but they are kind of leading towards A. I think they want to hunt all these guns as soon as the bomb explodes.
That's 100% what they're doing.
They've got a molly.
Money.
Yeah, and Blaze is going to tuck that molly straight into that corner. Goliath Gaming are going to fall for this hook line and sinker. First frag goes their way, another one as well. They are able to trade for it. The molly comes in, and that's going to kill them all. Adaro is able to save the AWP. Too far. And again, I mean,
that's another
ATK,
round, at least. Yeah, they're super expensive rounds and barely winning them, but they're winning them, you know? So maybe the momentum slowly shifting to Goliath.
But as I mentioned, when it was looking a bit dire, they definitely need 4 rounds to have any sort of business winning this, and they're going to have to convert the pistol. But this is the last round of the half. And again, as we mentioned before, ADK still full of util, full weaponry as well. Fady's going to, again, place that aggressive molly, and he has the Banana control. ADM finally puts a little bit of pressure, but they instantly smoke it out, and he's able to peek. Nice. Beautiful flash coming in there as well, and quick pick there from ADM. Deals with the AWP swiftly, and that's going to allow Goliath Gaming to have some breathing room here. That's going to potentially force an error.
This is a round we haven't seen. They got Banana control and a Banana pick. We haven't seen a round start off like this.
Yeah, and you look how confident ATK are towards that area of the map, even despite losing a pick, and look how frightened Goliath Gaming are. So definitely set quite a precedent here throughout this half that has kind of made them skittish about committing to any sort of execute or direct site hit.
Yes. But it's still before a minute. They don't, you know, only after the minute do they move up, don't forget. So now it's sub 1 minute, they should be moving closer to the side. It looks like it's going to be A again.
See that the CTs are looking for information. They're definitely going to pass it over. That A site is clean. They've moved out of middle, and they're going to rotate out. Fady's going to get aggressive, and he gets the pick. That's going to pull Miston back. That puts Goliath Gaming
They
in
thought it was going to
be
a B hit.
They did. They cleared middle, and they didn't see anything there. Goliath Gaming had them dead to rights, and now they're forced towards this B bomb site. And they don't have any util to work with. ADM is going to peek, but he gets taken down to really low HP, and Goliath Gaming are going to be able to get the bomb site now, but ATK still have 4 players remaining. They are going to retake. Adara able to get that pick and Banana. That's going to be a pivotal kill. Little flash comes through there, but he gets the blind shot. Insane stuff from him. 4v2 now.
2v4,
Daru and Blaze kind of waiting for a mistake here, but Goliath Gaming not giving them anything. ADM eventually peeks out and deals with the threat, and Blaze all on his lonesome here, and they're going to close it down, and Goliath Gaming finally respond to kind of get back into this game a little bit. They get 4 rounds on the board, and as I mentioned before, I do believe that they're going to need to do something special in this pistol round. They need to get it. You know, if it's not just from a comeback perspective, you know, they just need it emotionally, mentally. They just need to kind of get back in this. It's been pretty.
But they won what? The last 3 rounds in a row?
Yeah, they won the last 3. Yeah. And I mean, generally speaking, you would want 5 rounds, I think, on the T side. You don't really have to, you know, not feeling stressed or under pressure with 4. I think they're quite happy with how they bounce back there. But at the same time, if you're ATK, you got to be feeling happy. I mean, you've put on quite a performance in your half. You've really shown a dominant CT side, and kind of
So-
setting the standard for Goliath Gaming to kind of follow.
I've got a question for you here. Now, when it was 11-4, did ATK get a little lazy and let GG have a chance to come back in those rounds, or did GG step it up? Well, what do you think? I think it's a little bit of both.
I think it is a little bit of both. I think that they did try and get a bit disrespectful towards when they started having a commanding lead, but that didn't really get dealt with. So I don't feel like ATK kind of pulled the throttle necessarily, but I do think that Goliath Gaming, once they managed to get the entry pick, that's when they had a little bit more success.
Adaru kicked the team off. He got two good picks, and then Goliath could start winning more rounds. That's all it takes sometimes for the momentum. You just need 2 picks, and then everyone's pumped. 3v5.
And ultimately, that is exactly what CS is. It is a mental, emotional, and momentum-based game, and ultimately, it's literally something like that can just bring your entire life your entire team to life, and it all comes down to that, that one frag, that one clutch, or whatever, that gets everybody back to performing at the highest level, and that's kind of what
believing
we saw.
again. Pretty much believing again.
Sure. Someone needs to set an example. Someone needs to stand up and take a round, and that's all it takes to kind of get the camaraderie. Camaraderie going.
Adar is looking like he's warming up into it. I'm keen to see what he's going to do on the next map. But I think my gut's telling me that he's starting to feel it. So we'll see the CT side if he's going to have something to say for ATK.
Yeah, that's a bit of a definitely a big change for the side of Goliath Gaming in terms of roles. You saw that Adaro was picking up the AWP there as the primary AWP. That's obviously been taken out of ADM's hands, who is still the IGL. And I mean, we haven't seen him use it too much. We did see he took it up middle there, where he took an unfavorable duel towards Mistim, and where Mistim was really, really on point. But we haven't seen him do as much damage as one would hope from the AWP player. And
yeah, just ADM in general has been a little quiet.
Yeah, I think the whole team had been quiet up until the last few rounds.
Yeah, but they've only been quiet for the first half. It's always a game of 2 halves.
Oh, yeah,
so
exactly.
They have built a hill to climb, instead of something to run down. But they can definitely do it.
It's a challenge, and all they need to do is rise to the occasion.
Yeah.
I've always
and you
been
don't
a
have to
believer.
all you have to do is 1 round better than ATK did. That's it. Do you think you a team that's 1 round better than ATK?
I guess we'll wait and see.
Yeah.
I've always been a firm believer of the kind of mentality of, just as bad as someone can dish it to you, you can just dish it right back. So
exactly.
Never felt like I was out of a game ever. And this is definitely something, or definitely salvageable for Goliath Gaming. But again, Corey, it just brings me back to the speaking point that this is Goliath Gaming's map.
True. It's not emotionally, it would hurt a bit going down this half, but it is the first half. We got Goliath on CT now, which is the side where you don't have to make the plays, which I think is what they want. They want people to run into them.
A flash comes through second middle. This is aggression.
Great pick.
Yeah,
2
double
picks for the CTs.
Beautiful flash there coming out of Zip as well. Daru able to trade though. That brings it down to a 3v4. Rotations are coming in thick and fast. Daru perhaps stayed there, or overstayed his welcome a little bit, and that kind of allows ATK back into it, and this gives them space, this gives them time. They've still got a minute left, and Goliath Gaming have kind of committed at this point to this A bomb sites, and you can see they're starting to become a little bit unsure as to where the T's could be. I've got a player spotting towards B now. We'll be able to see the cross.
They think it's going to be B, Goliath. They've lent 2 over that side, and it looks like ATK is also... They're kind of listening in apps to... I think that guy's listening for rotates. Fady's listening for rotates.
Yeah, he's just looking for some sort of information, but it looks like they're going to gather up and hit B.
I think Fady didn't hear anyone run B, even though someone did. He's saying, I didn't hear anyone, so they might be assuming there's only one. Let's see what they do. 3v3 entering B.
Yeah, they've got a good head start here over the CTs, and they're forced to kind of get into some sort of retake position. That volley is perfectly placed as well. That's going to allow them to get this bomb down while they wait for the final rotator to come through. CD Spawn, they don't have a flank coming through from Banana, so it's about these initial duels.
Nice
Mask able to secure Mistim, and That's going to make this retake just a little bit easier. He crouches up and gets another one as well, getting aggressive. But Fady is stuck in the corner, and he gets 2 quick frags. He's got one more player to deal with. Baits him out and gets the tap. Tap. Takes the pistol round from Goliath Gaming. Yeah, and that was 4 frags for the round, I believe. And Fady just goes absolutely huge here on the pistol. We spoke about Mistim predominantly, but... Well, and Daru.
Fady's going to shine more on the T side. Fady's... You know, he likes to go for that fight, and taking the fight as T, it's going to pay off more, and he'll have more opportunities for that. So let's see, we've got GG on a save now. We've got Daru with the scout, a couple Deegs, and Util.
GG have invested completely into this round. And aggressive banana control, you can see they've got these Mac 10s, all 4 of them, and they want to get up into Goliath Gaming's face. Smoke. He's going to come down, flash through, but Mistim's on the other side. It is traded. Blaze makes it even, 1 apiece. But that was the only automatic weapon that Goliath Gaming had. And now ATK going to reposture. Going to get ready and hit the site that we saw them favor the last map. They just went B over and over again, whether it was early or late. Again, they just got absolute confidence in this, and ADM is just all on his lonesome, but you can see aggression coming out of Goliath Gaming. Daro is going to get the spot. He gets the headshot as well. He's able to retreat, and now they are aware that they were setting up for B. As long as Daro is able to cover this A rotation.
Yeah, great call by Daro to take that pick and run away, because
Oh, no, he didn't spot them coming through middle. This is not good. But all the rotations are coming through, though. They do, and he's getting ahead of the smoke here. He's going to take the jewels aggressively. He's going to try to lay. He gets the shot. That's insane. He gets the headshot as well. Beautiful flash. They're coming from Mango on the rotation, and suddenly
he tags him.
KO in a tough position, and Mango chimes in with the support. ADM tags him in. I mean, Adara tags him in the face, and that's a beautiful round. Corey, are you a fortune teller or what? You called it.
Yeah, I thought he might pop off. He's definitely feeling it, and that play to just rush down mid, take that snipe. And it's so smart to run away there. A lot of people won't run away from Banana there, but you know that shows his IQ in the game, because he'd know what would most people do. Oh, we got picked from the back. We probably have to clean behind us. So he just got out of there. Yeah. Very well played. And all the picks, he hit all his shots as well. That's obviously the best part.
With that scout, so showing his prowess. I was speaking words of doubt here into the ability of the sniper rifle, but he comes out and delivers in spades. But now this fast N2 hit is coming out from ATK. They are able to get the first pick onto Zip. They take a bit of damage.
And they've got, now they're going to 3 guys in CT. 1 guy holding N2. 3 terrorists just holding in CT spawn. They want a CT to come look like, hey, what's going on here?
Yeah, but I feel like it was a good position just for a certain amount of time, though. Now they're going to force to push out, and ADM just waiting, tappity tap, gets all the frags, gets all the cash, puts 1-8 in the bank for himself. And
great discipline by ADM there. Like the whole point of ATK getting there, they want you to think that they're Russian B and, you know, like run into them while they're waiting there. And ADM, he didn't bite. He kind of smelt that they were doing that. Because he's getting the information from the B guys saying, hey, they're not here yet. Yeah. They're probably just waiting.
Yeah, it's a way more calculated decision. Instead of going to look for them, you just kind of look where they're not on the other sides of the map, and it makes it far less dangerous. And that's beautiful CS. We love to see it.
Sometimes the information is no information. You know, they went CT, they should be B, they're not B. Okay, you know where they are because they're not B.
Yeah, it's critical. Sometimes that's misinformation as well. Team could be leading you to believe that, and that's the beauty of Counter-Strike.
Yes.
Jumping into round number 19 here, we've got ATK just buying a couple of Tech 9s, trying to salvage something for this round. They are going to pop onto A here. They do have a small window where they have got a numbers advantage. Goliath Gaming aren't really ready for this. Daro able to get 1 frag, and 1 frag alone, though. It's all up to Massacre to hold the sites, and Zip quickly gets taken out. And now they've just kind of fed them weapons, and they're going to be able to hold this post plant, and both players...
Bomb just went down now, so they do have time. Maybe ADM can get a pick or 2. Both deciding to go N1. This is an interesting choice.
I think the plan is to just stick together and evenly trade, but it's kind of...
Yeah, but he's got the AWP. He'll probably have to post somewhere. Or he's going to just run in next to him.
It's an interesting smoke, but Mr. Swift deals with that threat, and it's going to leave ADM in a tough position. He is going to be able to readjust.
He got 2, 1v1.
It is a 1v1. There's a spot to play. He's aware of him.
He does.
He's running out of time, though. Mistim does enough. puts the round on an 80k with pretty much nothing invested in the round, just steal it away from Goliath Gaming. They found a perfect opportunity to move up middle there. They saw the gap, pushed through the smoke, and it was kind of right in the middle of Goliath Gaming's banana control, or rotating back from it, and ultimately the players in pit forced to take those fights and subsequently losing them. So 80k out of nowhere, steal around and put the pressure big time onto Goliath Gaming at 13-6.
That was a very smart round. Like what you're saying with the, I call this type of round off timing. So they walk, so you can't hear them. So the CTs are rotating. They can't call them too early. So they stack this so far, and then they burst out. They're so deliberate with their util. They bought a molly like 4 dead for when they're going, you know what, when they're pushing up Ducky side. It's very deliberate, their plans and execution. It's just great to see.
Yeah, it's beautiful to watch. The push and pull effect here. Remember, these are 2 of the best teams in the country, so
yeah, almost undeniable right now.
Yeah,
they've been the top 2 for a couple comps in a row.
Oh, ADM forced back there from B, and they're going to forfeit that banana, and that's going to give 80k quite a bit of room to work with. Being a man down this early on, this is what will happen to you. Wide peaks happen. Massacre looks for some information, gets taken out by Mr. He's going to wait for that mistake every single time. Oh, ADM does get a support flash from Massacre, allows him to peek, but the molly is going to come through. He's going to be forced to kind of retreat and move into a retake position.
Yeah, he's just going to have to hold backstage and wait for his teammates to come. It's a 4v3 retake, but they have a lot of util on Zip Zip. You'll be able to molly off one side, flash them in, and hopefully they get the trades. They 100% are going to go for this round. Oh, if he can molly backstage, the dark corner, that'll be huge, because there's 2 guys there. And the AWPer.
Or are they going in? No, they're going in. They're going in, but the flash is not... Yeah,
no, they're getting out. They flash to get out. Okay.
Yeah. They're rather just going to keep those guns, take them into the next round. They've got very little to work with. You can see
it's a mature
all the cash that Adara has in the bank is $50, and Massacre's got 0. So...
Yeah, that was a very mature call to not go for this.
Yeah, and considering they knew that AWP would be posting on the site somewhere, you know, that man disadvantage at that point is really, really going to just be a landslide in favor of the post plant. So
yeah,
80K
the percentage chance. Sorry.
No.
The percentage chance to win that round is super low. So to save, and you know, the percentage chance goes up a shitload the next round if you have a couple more guys alive. So that, yeah, very, very mature choice. Even though they had the util, there's a good chance they could have, you know, tried.
Yeah, tried.
But,
yeah. But then they left with nothing.
Very
and
mature.
they kind of forced back against the wall in that case, and they literally cannot make another mistake for the entirety of the half. With this, they at least, you know, give themselves an opportunity to talk it out, decide what they're going to do, how they're going to make adjustments with the little bit that they have in terms of economy, in terms of weaponry, and quite frankly, in terms of, you know, depth in that strat book. 80K just putting on an absolute clinic here on Inferno.
Yeah. So let's see. They saved into this round. This is the round for GG. They have to win this round to stop going into the overtime.
Yeah, they're all in at this point as well. Fully invested.
Yep. 80K got full nades on everyone. Starting to expel them.
Yeah.
And it looks like we've got an A. It looks like they're going A. But there's 4 CTs in A. This is a good read by Goliath, yeah.
This is a great stack here towards this apps area. I love to see it, especially with the close range duels. And
does 80K smell it out before committing is a question? I don't think so. They'll commit in.
Oh, and now they should be aware that there are numbers indeed. Adara takes a wealth of damage, but the flash has come through. He spots a player going back towards B. That's definitely going to get communicated across the map, and they'll make some adjustments accordingly.
Did Fady throw that flash?
I'm not sure.
Fady, no, he's got 2 flashes. Okay. They didn't know where Fady was.
He needs to get that smoke down now. The B hit is currently walking in. He's not going to be able to get ahead of it, and they spot him as well. They get the frag. It's all up to ADM now. One player does push through the smoke. He's able to get quite a bit of damage done though onto both 2 of the 3 remaining players. You consider his job done. And now Massacre gets one through the smoke as well. 4v2 now. Bomb still needs to get put down on the ground, and Goliath Gaming need to be patient with this. They can't afford to make any mistakes, and they wait for that peak, and they're going to get aggressive. They want to end this, take this round back. Slowly gets blind, and he gets dealt with. ADM closes the round, and that was the lifeline that Goliath needed. They able
And
to
3
snatch
stayed
it.
alive.
Yeah, that's
3
the
stayed
critical
alive they
part.
run, and 3 saved last round. So that choice to save, it's so huge. That was
Yeah,
what a run
and
to win
that's
for Goliath. That they
and
really knew that. That's amazing.
there's such a huge difference. There's such an opportunity you create for your team when you're actually able to kind of maintain that economy through those smart decisions. It allows you
Yeah.
to kind of get deeper into the match. And you can see now they've got a wealth of utility, and they've got the stronger pockets, they've got the stronger weaponry, and now they can kind of claw their way back into this. But that said, they've
And
only
they got 3 AKs as well.
Yeah.
As CT. But this is another round. The money is not too high. Like, this is all on GG not making any more mistakes for the rest of the game. Where 80k they can make how many? What, 7 more mistakes?
Yeah,
And they
quite a
can be
few.
fine.
Yeah. Looks like an apps burst, and then one burst is before, but 2 big frags go the way of Goliath Gaming, but trades are there.
2
Daru
returns.
able to get 3 quick frags. That is insane. How is he able to do that? And you can just see the rotations are coming in. They're really, really slow. There's still quite a bit of util left. Blaze has still got a molly as well. Daru also has a molly. They're going to be able to shave off so much time off the clock. There is a kid on Massacre though, so he'll be able to do something. Daru able to find some space here. He's going to get burnt out. He's forced out the pit, but he's able to readjust. Gets the frag through the smoke, and another just massive round from Daru.
Yeah.
He's just ripping it up on the
4K.
server at the moment. Yeah, just another 4K.
What's the score? 26. 26 for 14. In 23 rounds. We're on the 23rd.
I think this is, when you look at a scoreline like this, and you look at 80k, generally you normally look at Fedi, missed them, are they standing up? But when you look at it and it's 15-7, you can understand that it's clearly like a 3rd or 4th man that are just actually showing up in a big way, and that's obviously becomes a very, very difficult thing to deal with.
Yeah, because you go to the site where there's 1 good player or 2 good players, you know? There's no good options, or easier option in a way. So this is the last hoorah here for GG. We got the Deegs.
Oh, gonna get aggressive in Banana. ADM
Great
rips the head off. Gonna look for another. Gonna be able to retreat, and that's at least something. He takes that first duel, and that'll put a bit of pressure onto that 80k kind of attack, and this is gonna push them towards the other side of the map. They're gonna start looking for these frags towards middle. They've had a lot of success here before.
Walking up Ducky side, they've smoked off into side, and the CTs have heard this, so the 3 who are here definitely are expecting something to come soon.
And that's pop. And they're unable. Oh, Zip gets a frag. Adara as well. And they're dealing with this hit quite superbly, and they deal with it better than they've hit. Yeah, the triangle of doom, the same triangle we saw earlier that dealt with Goliath Gaming. Yeah. And they needed that round, man. Their back was against the wall. They were all in.
Check the money. They've reset 80k now, so now I think we got a game now. Now this is.
Yeah.
It's still all on. It's they're busy balancing on the fence, you know.
Just bear in mind though that
step one way they.
Yeah. Just bear in mind that the last round that 80k did win was on a pistol round with literally nothing to work with, and they were able to steal it. So don't write them off just yet. They.
For 5 Glocks or 4 Glocks on Deagle, it's gonna be hard to do.
Oh, that's a huge nade.
Yeah. Massacre just holding off Banana here.
We're definitely going to see them being a lot more active in this region of the map on the CT side. Kind of absent on the T side, but it's really a pivotal point of the map. But 80k have been able to push all the way up towards N2, but Zip is watching the cross towards CT safely. Gets out, skin of his teeth here. Smokes deploy as well to secure this bomb site. Now they're going to just have to push through it, or they're going to have to try to find something in CT spawn. It's up to
they're trying to push for B through the spawn.
Yeah. That's
great.
Under pressure. He does manage to deal with it, but also 7 HP, and he waits for the last player. He's waiting for rotations to support as well. Ooh, just wild. Superman plays. That's definitely going to do something for the confidence. A 4K for him, and Massacre's looking alive.
Yeah, now Massacre's waking up as well, so maybe 2 waking up now. ADM's 20 for 16. He's just slowly, he gets his kills in, you know?
I think that's what Goliath Gaming have needed. They just need a couple more players to stand up, and no one was answering the call for pretty much the entire of the first half, to say the least. But now they're stepping up, stepping back into it, and they're clawing their way back into this game. 15-9 as you move into round 25 here.
80k on another eco.
Oh, yeah, and they're hitting B. It's quick and fast. The util is there. Massacre's under pressure. He gets taken out. Slowly, he kills him with the Glock, but it's a little bit of over-aggressive ADM. Deals with the threat swiftly. And
He got split up from his teammate.
And
there was some util that split the team, so that's why Slowly went in by himself.
Oh, and they're pushing through the smoke. And
ADM just grinding them. 2 more behind the smoke that he's waiting for.
Oh, and he spots the toes. Oh, and will he get another one? No, he gets taken out by
3K.
Able to get a gun, and he's on the side of the bomb. But, oh, silly push there from Adaro. Surely going to get punished 100% of the time. Tries to end the round too swiftly, and if these players aren't careful, Mr. will get the better of them. 4 HP now, and he gets both of them. What a disgusting round on 4 HP.
A 1v3 on...
got to be, yeah, on 4 HP. That was insane. He gets that gun, and I think if Adaro's ever learned a lesson in his entire life, he's definitely learned one now.
But you know, he was the one making the plays that won the round, so he was thinking, I need to make a play.
No, for sure. But I feel like
it was the wrong choice, 100%.
It was the wrong choice. But I feel like the real mistake there was the sudden hesitancy from the CTs. They're like, oh, well, we can't lose this, and they end up gifting the round. Whereas Rodaro did most of the work already. Yes, he got a bit aggressive, but ultimately, weren't able to trade them. At the end of the day, ATK deal with the round. Just as I said it, they
that was
only
huge
had pistols.
Round. I missed them. Like a 1v3 like that on 4 HP.
And that
very smart play to just hold that off angle as well on the right there. I love that. Because obviously the CTs are going to expect them to be by the side, for the plant.
Yeah, and he does a good job of it. But that is that for Inferno. And we'll be going to Mirage shortly. The pick of ATK. Guys, don't go anywhere. We will be back soon. Welcome back, guys. It is map 2 here in the grand final of week 1, season 2 of the Inkosi Super Cup by Nodwin Gaming, and we are back on Mirage. It is ATK's map pick. They showed that they are definitely the team to beat out of the two. I'm being joined here by Graham, Corrupt, Blackburn, and yeah, I mean, jumping straight into Mirage, ATK's map pick. What do you expect to see here?
Or I'm expecting to see a lot more of the same from ATK, you know. But I think this is all on GG. Seems to be a mental battle for GG more than anything. Just from what I'm seeing, I think if GG just plays their normal game, doesn't like respect ATK too much, we will get a lot better game than the first map. And it seems that they were edging into that towards the end. Adaru picking it up, and then also who was the other one on GG?
Well, I think ADM was coming alive
ADM was
yeah.
starting to get some more kills. So if those two start this map hot, then we got something. But ATK is playing super solid, so it's going to be very hard.
I think it comes down to a couple of the fundamentals. You know, we spoke about how well ATK are kind of making decisions together, especially in those like 2v2 scenarios where they're kind of pushing together all in or nothing. And I think if you had to just look at the way that last round panned out for Goliath Gaming, it pretty much sums up that exact thing that you pointed out there, Corey, is that middle aspect, that middle block, or there's something not there. You could just see the one to not lose in that scenario was just so great. Obviously, they're going to lose the map, right? But like, it feels like they're so scared to just do what is the right thing, and that's just deal with the threat or make it as hard as possible. So either both of you are peaking together strong, or you waiting for him to plant the bomb, and then you're going to go for it. But considering that he was so low HP, like the amount of respect and that slow peak around the corner just allows him to get a headshot. Like, there was only one way or maybe two way, like 2% chance of Mr. winning that round, and Goliath Gaming gifted it to him on a platter on 4 HP.
Yeah. No, I don't think any of us expected him to win that 1v3. But yeah, like you're saying, it's weird choices by GG that I don't think they'd be making the same choices versus different teams.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely think that, you know, playing ATK kind of brings out like a different game plan, and I'm not sure if it's just ATK always being one step ahead, but it just feels like that. I mean, and they've got such confidence in their setups. They've got such a great defensive posture that when they do choose to be aggressive, you can see that they're catching all the players off guard, and Goliath Gaming have just failed to respond.
Yeah, the difference right now is ATK seems super deliberate in everything they do, and Goliath seems to hesitate. You know, they're hesitating with choices. They're not sure if they're making the right choice. Where ATK is, they've made the choice. You know, this is what they're doing. And then, as you're saying, I think Goliath is also more worried about losing than wanting to win. You know, they don't want to lose more than they want to win.
Yeah, it's actually a train of thought that we've kind of picked up on a couple of these cups, and definitely feels like when it comes down to it, there's some forced errors happening, and when it comes down to the pressure, it feels like ATK just deal with it slightly better.
Yeah.
But it's a new map. It's a map of 3 maps, or a match of 3 maps potentially.
Exactly. And when it's kind of after you.
Yeah, no, of course Inferno went the way of ATK, and it was Goliath's map pick, so definitely looking like they're having a strong start here. They want to go into Mirage, probably close this out, a smooth 2-0.
Yeah, but when it's Counter-Strike ever made sense, you know, normally you win the opponent's map. You know, that's not a weird thing to happen in CS, that winning your opponent's
100%.
map. So that might be happening here. Hopefully Goliath can win back this map and we'll go to a juicy third.
Yeah, the reality is you kind of expect a deep level or some sort of depth in terms of, you know, how many maps or at what level you can play all these maps at, and these two teams are here for a reason. So they're definitely comfortable just as much on this map as they are on the last. So it's definitely still a match to look forward to. Let's see if Goliath Gaming can bring it back and take us to Dust 2, or if ATK are going to close it out and make it another convincing 2-0 sweep here. Single digits on the first map, so
it's the most dominant win they've had versus GG. Definitely on Inferno.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be bringing that confidence through here onto Mirage, but I'm sure Goliath Gaming can do what's necessary. They are professionals at what they do. They can just shake it off and pull back, but they need the individuals to stand up, and they need the teamwork to start making the dream work.
Yeah, start believing in each other.
Yeah.
Let's go. This is an interesting strat by them. 2 pushing lowers as the CTs.
Oh,
Nice double pick by Daru. Daru's definitely doing work already. Fady with 1.
Ooh.
We left in a 2v2 on the A side. Mango underneath the belt, whipping some
Oh.
shots. Missed him with 2. 1v1 for a Daru. Bomb's not down yet. Fady on 4 HP. Bomb going down for missed him.
The man that opened up the round has got all the work to work with now. He needs to get one quick headshot. He does it. And now he's got to just deal with a Fady. I'm not too sure if he's aware that he's on 4 HP, but he is going to go on the hunt, and he's probably going to need to get a bit aggressive. Adaro expects Fady to kind of push through the smoke. He gets the frag as well. It's 4th for him in the round, and he's come alive. He started, and this is perhaps what Goliath Gaming needed, considering that the pistol round all of a sudden went so south so quickly. They needed someone to step up, and it's the man that opened up the round. It's the man that started showing up at the end of the last map, and he's come here to play on Mirage as well. I think that was 4 frags. Yes, it was 4 frags. The first 2 and the last 2.
Huge round. Let's see what ATK does for their pistol. They haven't invested anything. Are they going for like a Russian buy, where they're buying AKs and dropping it to guys with armor? So Goliath does have 3 rifles, so they're not ill prepared for this, but it's whether they, you know, expecting it to come. 3 rifles on the second round. You don't always expect it. They're gonna know about it now.
Well, they're going to just wait for that spam to come through, and they're going to be able to take mid control. Does look like quite a standard cat split here. Does look like the players are coming towards B, all 5 of them. Goliath Gaming are kind of raining in support here. They come through, they push through. 2 rifles dealt with, and well-placed util. 2 smokes on both choke points ultimately render this entire breach pretty useless.
Only missed the test, 1v5. And he's out. That was a big investment by ATK. They completely invested in this round, so they've been reset. And GG with 2-0 lead. Most of the work done by Adara, already on 6 kills in 2 rounds. He got 6 kills.
Yep, this is exactly the start that they needed.
Yeah.
Of course, ATK investing completely into that round. It was a very, you know, premeditated split breach plan, dropped the necessary guns, got the necessary util, and hit the site. Didn't work out, but this is a fast breach coming through from the apps here. A burst is the call. Players are sitting in CD spawn, quite a distance, deal with it swiftly. 3 kills for Zip.
Oh, and that bullet tag on the first guy by Zip just ruined the waterfall out. He just created the traffic jam by tagging that first guy jumping. The rest just got body blocked behind. 4K for Zip. Nice round. This is looking good for GG. I do think they'll do a lot better on CT, because they don't have to make the plays. They can sit and wait, and they seem to be a lot more comfortable doing that than going for the plays. Yeah,
and they certainly didn't have much of or much to work with, or much opportunity to kind of display what they had on their CT side, just based on the fact that they didn't really have a successful T half, so kind of limited the amount of errors they were able to make. And now they are starting on the CT side, perhaps give themselves a bit more of a cushion, but as we mentioned, that first gun round, Mistum takes the first frag.
ADM replies though.
Yeah.
1 picked in mid for the Ts, and then 1 picked lower by the CTs. So 4v4. It's widespread on the map. Everybody's like pretty much on 1v1 fight. Slowy picks off ADM in mid. 3v4. Yeah,
and that's exactly what you want as the Ts. Forced errors, and there's another one as well. Fady just lurking onto that A side, catching Adaro unawares. And now they're just going to recollect, regroup, and go together, pull the numbers on towards A, while Fady kind of patiently just waits and gets a bit more aggressive in positioning. But Goliath Gaming are forced now push through. Connector, Fady going to take a chance to spam through there. Flash comes through, though. It's not good. Massacre pushes through the smoke and gets taken out.
1v4 from Massacre.
Oh,
for Mango.
And he goes down.
Nice round by ATK there. That early pick by Mistum.
Yeah, early pick by Mistum. And even though it was traded out, though, you could see that they just positioned themselves top and middle. They knew that player had to come out of lows at some point. And eventually lands up being a 2-for-1 trade. And that last frag on that A bomb side is kind of all she wrote. And that puts one on the board. That puts one on the board for ATK. But the AWP comes out here for Adaro.
Okay, this is our first full-on buy v buy round. And we've got aggro plays by GG down the ramp. They got one and then got traded 4v4. Blaze just rushing up A ramp after he got that pick.
Yeah, and he's bursting onto the side, but a little bit of a hold in the push here. Frag is going the way of Goliath Gaming. They managed to clear or maintain middle. The bomb is going to go down, but Adara gets another one through the smoke. That must have been an insane shot.
Yeah, well done. So CT's 4v2 retake. Slowy with one, 3v2.
Yeah,
Bomb slowly ticking down.
Exchange of flashes there. Ends up getting the frag, and now this three-ponged retake is going to commence. Mango gets the first frag, and now pressure's going to get put. Mango gets the second.
Very smart to take the contact from apps, because that's probably the least likely place that the terrorist will think to look first. So taking contact from apps first is the right way to retake in that three-pronged. Well done. So GG is looking strong, and they shut down their first buy round with the aggro play ramp.
And we did bring it up earlier in the tournament about what that reset to the economy does. If you, obviously, the more rounds that you lose in a row, the more bucks you get in your bank, and ultimately, if you win one, it kind of resets that momentum. So, if ATK are to lose this round, it's going to put a ton of pressure onto their economy.
And they seem to be leaning heavily towards B this round. They do have an AWP on Slowy. Fady with a nice pick at the start. And they got full util.
It's a great pick considering, you know, he was all alone there on the other side of the map, and that's going to make Goliath Gaming second guess themselves. And again, they look for a peak after getting the first frag, and they just make it two. They give ATK the advantage, and now it's again just a matter of regrouping and hitting a side together. You can see that they are moving that bomb towards the A bomb side. Miska gets a frag. There is still a player trapped in apps there, which is going to make this interesting. Blaze obviously getting...
This is what they lost to last round, ATK. I wonder if they'll check it this time. So 3v4, heavy numbers for the T's, just got the bomb down. Nice pick by Z. He was the apps guy, so they know where he is now. Fady and Blaze with two. Nice hold by the terrorist. It was a 3v4.
Yeah, it was very difficult there. The util that they threw in, both joke points outside of the apps area, kind of made Zip isolated, or the only person with any sort of real opportunity, and ultimately
no one could swing on
yep.
his pick either. Yeah.
And ATK respond with the round, and they got the AWP up. But what's interesting is Goliath Gaming have two AWPs up on their side as well. Oh.
So 2 ops and 2 pistols for Goliath as CT.
It's definitely quite a wild buy, to say the least. And you just see they're taking fights all over the map.
Little tag. Slowy's looking for a pick somewhere with the AWP. But they seem to be, the terrorists are rotating back to A. They were fishing a bit in mid, didn't get the pick they wanted, and now they're going for A execute by the looks of it. Fady going for the apps. The CTs have completely left A except for the one guy under bulk. They do have number 5, who's this, Adaru, rotating in for the breach.
They only managed to kind of get some sort of info now towards middle, but this burst is so effective. 2 swift frags there, and I think that's all she wrote. They got to probably run away, maybe save this armor. Definitely want to save that LWP unless they can get entries here.
Slowy with one. 2v4. GG just hoping for ATK to make a mistake in the numbers. And they're not. Stepping together for the stair guy. ADM left in a 1v4. And ATK just playing smart, you know, not trying to rush anything. And they kind of like choke holding GG out. They get angles, they hold them, and they don't let it go. Like once they have that map control, they hold it pretty strong.
Yeah, and it feels like a lot of the time, especially when ATK get that opening frag, that Goliath Gaming tend to regress, and it always feels like it's being expected on the other side, and it's getting punished every single time. But
missed him, yeah, with the Mac 10. They're surely going to send him in somewhere to try find out where the stack is. That's the reason why Muslim's bought that and not asked for a drop. He's the info play. They're sending him to try count the numbers. So he's running in to get as deep as he can. He's saying, okay, guys, there were 2B, maybe 3. The whole point of what he's doing is to get as far as he can and cross as many angles as you can to get as many people to shoot as you can. Once they saw those numbers, they just went A because they got the info. Great round by them, and very smart to use the SMG there. Like, so if he does, he's not dropping a gun to the other team. You want to just give them this Mac 10.
Yeah, no, perfect. That's exactly what they did there. It's actually straight out of the textbook, and ultimately just allows them to move across the map and they take fights where they are favored. And they've still got a ton of util left. It's a early stack from the side of GG. So 80k, a great plan with the adjustments. You know,
That's gotta be my favorite way to deal with the anti-eco. Just sending someone with the SMG to get info. If he runs in B and they stacked A, then you know B's clean. If he runs in B and B stacked, then you got the info. You know, like there's a small downside to that. Worst case, the guy with the SMG dies, and then you got guys with AKs to kill him. You know, like if they pick it up. So I love that second round. Very smart.
Yeah, do you prefer that instead of just, you know, kind of methodically making away until you hit the wrong site and you get kind of caught in between the rock and a hard place? But this is a buy round and trades are going back and forth, but it has favored the T side somewhat. And again, they've just got that A control early, most of the early frags, but this is already in window, so Goliath Gaming just getting no chance to breathe even again on this.
Looks like Mango knows. Mango seems to know that Mr. went through window. But where did he go is always the question. You know, you could see where the guy went window a couple seconds ago, and then it won't matter in 20 seconds.
Yeah, especially when they're going to run for the heals and save those weapons. I think it's a smart call at this point.
Yeah. So 4-4, the cash, they have to save next round, GG.
Yeah. And this economy on the T side is starting to look scary, man. It's going to get to a point soon where, again, they'll just be able to buy out for the rest of the half. And there's just no real pressure for rounds lost at all because you just know you've built enough of a cushion to work with.
Yeah. What to do on the save for GG is the question. Is when they made aggro plays, they were getting the picks and it seemed to work. That's how they won the earlier rounds, was with like making some plays the CT. So I wonder if they'll try to do that now on this, like another weird round for them. You know, they've had a couple of rounds where they have 2 pistols and like 3 guns. Now they got 2 guns, 3 pistols. You know, it's 10 rounds in the game, and it's already been like what 3 weird buy rounds.
Yeah, as you can see, they've at least leveled out the cash somewhat. I do think it was a little bit of a gamble to buy these additional USPs or additional pistols. Beatty gonna look for a pick. Spot one player there towards the bulk, and he does signal over to his team that they should come and join him. They do start to move up the A ramp. There is a stack waiting off the back of the Sotaro. He's going to get burnt. It's quite low HP. They are aware that he's there as well.
80k is very diligent with if they think you're saving, they're going to molly the close angles. And they never don't do that. You know, they're very, very, very good at that.
I also feel that their responses to, you know, once they get that first frag, like they're kind of expecting like what a good player would do, and they just always ready for it, you know. Yeah. So it's like no matter what, they're always, you know, stepping together, and they always just you know, their Fady knows that as soon as he, you know, peaks the play, if they are stacking that balcony area, he's, like you said, he's going to be able to molly that off, pull back, and wait for his team to kind of pull in for support, and pulls in the numbers as well. So it's like even if they are in a little bit of trouble, at least in a couple of seconds, you know, the whole team is arriving and playing with confidence again, sticking to the game plan, executing the game plan, and right now the game plan's working.
Yep. And the money, they're just racking up more money. Soon we're going to have guys sitting on 16k. There we go. Blaze 16k even before the next round starts. Fady close to 10k, 10k, 10k.
Yeah, it's quite strange.
And all one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now we got GG with a nice buy. They got 2 AWPs. I'm keen to see where they put them. And Slowy's going to be fighting one of them. Let's see who wins the off part.
It's been quite a
Adara and
contest.
ADM open.
Yeah. True off setup coming out here from the CTs. Daro has been taking these fights, generally throws that smoke to put out the molly, gives himself a gap. This is a different change of pace here. Slowy's going to walk into B, he's going to look for this guy that's jump spotting. And if he manages to get him, it's a quick burst. He is going to get into position to throw some nades now. Burst is going to come. Jump spot happens. Mango definitely gets some information there. Is able to get the molly down. Nades are coming through as well. So the CTs are prepared and they are dealing with it. Dari is able to trade out. Massive's got a lot of work to do. He's going to put down a smoke as he waits for his teammates to rotate in to support, but it's too late. But there's the support. Adara gets 2 frags. It's all up to Blaze.
That was a beautiful shutdown of that rush. You know, as they try to burst, 2 mollies landing. They were trying to decide, oh, do we smoke this? Do we run through it? It was just great all by GG there. That was the first time that we've actually seen ATK look kind of flustered. Like, this was the first time they didn't expect exactly what they're going to do. When the mollies would come in, they weren't waiting with the smoke.
Yeah, nade at the end of the day, so the nade damage, man, and how it made that breach kind of just disjointed. And once the first frag goes down, the rest just fall like dominoes. But that's kind of the nature of the B rush, though. So a little bit of a gamble or risk that you can take. And right now, ATK can afford to take those risks. And look at this, they're going to take it again. Got numbers. They feel like they were hard done by. They don't feel like it was an indicator of their B hits as they posture all 5 players. Yeah.
There was a molly that landed under the window last time. I wonder who threw that. I think it was one of the CTs.
Yeah, one of the CTs.
That's such a great molly.
Oh,
this is interesting.
Oh, he's waiting for the pop flash. Here it comes. Oh, he doesn't spot anything though. Mango able to get up.
0 map control for ATK on the rest of the map. They've completely committed to this beat attack that they're going to execute now. But there are 3 CTs waiting for them. Here we go, executing. All the smokes landed perfectly. Mango with a pick off in the side. Oh, and we got Massacre hiding. He gets picked off by Dara. 1v4. Great hold again. So Goliath showing that, hey guys, don't come B, we'll shut you down. Let's see what ATK has to say about that.
I really enjoyed what they did there. They looked for that early information, and once they got aggressive, they kind of got met with some sort of resistance and presence, and they definitely heard some presence in towards that B apps. And what they do is they just tuck in while the other players kind of play passive and move towards a more defensive structure, and they just allow themselves so much room and so much space. Generally, I feel like on Inferno, we would see them take those jewels more willingly and ultimately get punished for it. So Glad Gaming definitely showing a different face on the CT side, and they managed to pull it back 6-6. It's that cash on the T side that we were speaking about earlier is starting to run thin. So if they are able to pick up something here, they would be able to take the lead in the half, first time in this game at least. So a lot lies on this round.
Yes, this is the most important round we've had so far. And they're taking it slow. They're treating it that way. ATK's really slowed down their play. They're not just bursting anyway. They're a bit worried. What's GG doing after being shut down so hard those last 2 rounds? Because it was a complete shutdown. Like GG had at least 3 to 4 alive. Dara already on 9 HP in this round, and they just slowly trying to get that ground. Maybe with the pick off. And a lot of utils been used in the middle of the map.
Oh, and Mr. lurks through the smoke, and the frags just favor ATK. They open up all the entries. Dara, of course, missing that crucial shot there towards Cat. Perhaps if he gets that frag, it makes a difference, but they're still in this. No, Slow deals with the threat, and now it's all up to Mango. He needs to get more than this. Looks for the window. Blaze is there, ready and waiting. Looks for the AWP now. They've already got it on Slowy, don't need it. And that is a rough round to deal with if you're Goliath Gaming, because again, economically, just not in a good position. You do see the buy come out of ADM. I think they are going to force into this. They feel like they need to put the pressure. They need to continue with the gas, pedal forward, put the last 2 rounds on the board. Bear in mind, if they do lose this, they're definitely going to have a tough time in the last round.
Yeah, but if they do win this, it's the best chance to affect the money for the rest of the rounds for the terrorists. So it's a gamble gun-wise, but it's the right choice economy-wise, to mess them up. But either way, pistols versus guns here.
Stuff,
They
man.
seem to be
It's
stacking A, 4. They got 4-1 split, like just peeking through the window into kitchen window for B. And 80k seem to be like kind of aware of this, chilling in mid. Great pick there by ZipZip.
does look
So
like
we got a
80k.
4v5.
Yeah, we got 45, and it does look like 80k originally had the plan of hitting this B split. They've smoked off the top of Connect, and they smoked off window as well. Mango's got a feeling now, but it's too little too late. Missed him. Look how deep he is already. This man is legendary for taking the gaps or making the gaps that he does. And look at Slowy. He's even just in such a prime position. He's certainly going to be catching someone on the rotation, but not quick enough. Players are bolstering those pistols, so they move a bit faster, a bit more elusive to hit. Perhaps the only thing that favors about them. And Zip gets the first frag as they retake. Another one in the form of Massive Zip as well. Suddenly it's all up to Missed him. He gets one frag. He deals with two. It's just too many players, and Goliath Gaming respond. Despite the weaker buy, they managed to steal the round there.
Yeah, coordinated push from Cat. You know, it just did all the work there. There was they let like 80k get the side, the B side. I don't think by choice, just by like smart rotations by 80k moving them around the map. But then just rotating them before they could set up nicely in after plants. So it was very good. And the pick by ZipZip on the ramp, I think that just shut down all the flanking plans that Freddy had.
And I think, just to chime in there, I think that sums it up perfectly. But I think the critical part as well is not getting picked off in that window, not giving them any kills there as their rotations come in, and they managed to actually just play it calmly and bring through the round. But this is what's been haunting them the whole game. Fady creeping up this ramp and catching the players unawares. He is going to be able to put down the money. No repeat just yet. Does have to use his smoke. But Fady's already called reinforcements. They are going to start to slowly walk on the site. Yep, 2 quick frags there. Quickly go the way of 80k, and again, success on this A-bomb side. It's all that's happened this entire game. Fady's going to make work of everybody. Adara able to get to the other side of triple, though. They straight it out. Mango again gets caught out, unawares of the deep position of the T there already. And 80k closed the half, 8-7.
Oh, that was strong CS by 80k, but a 7-8 half, that's not terrible for GG. It is, you'd obviously want a bit more a CT.
Yeah.
But compared to the other map, you know, like things are looking better. Yeah. But now they're on the side that they were struggling with a bit on the last map. Hopefully, you know, new map, new life.
Yeah, I must agree with you there. I do think that Mirage is one of the maps where you can be a little bit more forgiving on the T side. Like, you don't, you know, it's not as difficult with the likes of Train. Or
yes.
Like
less
that,
hard choke points to break through.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot more open ones, yeah, and just more choke points as well. So the CTs have stacked expecting a B push, and that is exactly what GG are doing.
One here in this corner, yeah, Blaze. Oh, he gets picked up. He does not able to get any frags. Zip deals with him. Daru chimes in with one of his zones. Going to start taking some duels, but quickly as well. Trades going left and right, but missed him with 2 quick shots. Fady in to support him. And now it's all up to the man that's been holding strong. Adaro, top fragger here for GG, but going to go down slowly. Clears it up there for 80k, and they take the pistol.
Seems 80k did some homework there. They set up for what GG was doing. They were expecting the B rush, and they had everyone ready there waiting. So good homework by them. Or just a well paid off risk, you know, if they're just stacking B side on a whim.
Yeah.
But my guess is these guys do a bit of homework.
You have to. If you want to make it to the finals, you've got to do homework, baby.
True. So GG's on their save now. 5 Glocks and 1 flash. They're going mid aggro. It looks like they're just trying to get a connector.
Yeah, but Slowy knows it's coming.
And a molly down.
Through.
I'd love to see Slow's util on this round.
Yeah, he did 196 with just the grenade, so...
Oh.
Yeah. There's a little bit of a... If it made the statistics, definitely impressive there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, not much could be expected, though, from that Glock round. I think the only win that Goliath Gaming could really take from that was just not all dying to submachine guns. But other than that, absolutely destroyed. But now, this is the round that they obviously have purchased or invested in. This is where they get the AK-47s. And, of course, on the side of 80k, we've known them to do this kind of passive buy where they feel out what the T's are going to do. And it's a fast cat take, but aggressive middle is the call. And completely unawares again. Goliath Gaming caught out. And 80k bring the fight to them, and despite the better weapons for this kind of duel, Goliath Gaming don't go through their due diligence and clear up the top and middle, and ATK punish them once again.
ATK always has the numbers at the right place at the start of the round. This is twice now where they've had at least 3 people where the majority of the T's are going. They're making very good reads on GG at the moment. And if you're making reads like that, having these weaker weapons, you know, it can work if you play it like that. So just very smart choices by them. And I guess playing GG so often, they kind of know what they want to do.
Yeah, and they certainly like Matt, you know, kind of anticipate or telegraph what the other team's going to be getting up to and how they're going to be changing and adjusting. So it's definitely a battle in that aspect. And Goliath Gaming left with no real choices here but to move up together. Yeah, A-Ramp, passive play from the CT. He's not able to get that frag. His ADM flash is good, but a lot to do, and Massacre's unable to do it. 7-11 now. Goliath Gaming need to respond if they want to get back into this, but right now it's just looking smooth sailing for ADK. Remember, that was the weakened weapon by, as you mentioned, and now they just picked up 2 AK-47s as well. Loads of money in the bank, and on the side of Goliath Gaming, literally cannot do anything. Gonna have to force out one Deagle, couple Glocks, and probably just hit B. They've got some spawns, so maybe they can make that work. But again, ATK just got the pockets or got the grenades in the pockets to deal with that, man.
Yeah, and Slow is staying with the scout, so that kind of just says his mental state. So okay, yeah, I don't need it off. I'll probably just kill them with the scout, you know. So he's definitely not scared. Another aggro play by ATK up mid. The nades doing damage. Oh, but a nice pick by ADM. 3v4. But the T's are all over the map. One's B TV room, one's T spawn, and one's apps. Zip looking for a pick out apps now. He'll know where Mistim is if he saw that flash. Yeah.
There's the support from ATK. It's swift, it's clean as neat. 2 quick frags. Mistim able to repick, get another frag, and now it's all up to ADM. He has got a 1 piece for his troubles. I suppose it's spent util.
You think they know where he is?
No, I don't think they do. He's just going to try and make them doubt themselves, I guess. But they got an anchor on B, so they didn't really have to worry about it. But he's going to just kind of wait this out and see if he can just drag it out as much as possible. Maybe get another frag. That gets spotted. And that's it.
The last round bonus should be kicking in now. They'll have decent bars until they win, you know, from now, I think. GG. So what they do is
that's the problem. They kind of need to win rounds, and if they do that, then they kind of break that, which is obviously the other side of that coin. And they need rounds. I mean, it's already 12, only 4 more needed, and you're already playing on the CT side. ATK got to be happy with the position that they're in.
We're on the second half. It's 7-12. GG. Just ADM just making them use all their U2FB, and he's doing that job great now. Just run and spray a couple bullets, got them to use smoke, nade, and
yeah, and they're gonna
1 flash. Yeah, they used 1 flash.
Oddly, 3 players stacked towards that B side. They do pop flash, clear it. Yeah. They will be able to clear that zone, but he has this presence again. That's going to make them unsure. Oh, but he gets blind as well, or blind by his own flash, I think that was. That's created enough. Look at the job it's done, though. Kept CTs at bay. This has brought a lot of space for Goliath Gaming. They are able to walk all the way up to connector uncontested, and you can see the rotations are even coming through from CD spawn. They fell back into a defensive position already, and for the first time, it feels like Goliath Gaming have got the surprise on ATK, but it's all about whether they deal with Mistim. Can they do it? He has got the FAMAS. He gets peeked. Mango deals with the threat. Now they're starting to pressure towards CD spawn. Flash should come through any second now, but Freddy able to get a frag. He gets blind, but Mango commits. Forced to do it, and now it's a 3v3. All of a sudden, the bomb is not down, and all 3 of the CTs are in CD spawn, and all 3 of the Ts are on this A bomb sites, and this is going to be one hell of a battle. They can see that they want to put them under pressure. Massacre and Blaze trade frags. Eventually, Dara chimes in, and it is a 2v1 now, but they need to get the bomb down. 15 seconds left. Blaze gets the first frag, and now It's definitely in a winnable position for him. Adaro has got that LWP, but 10 seconds left. He's going to need to plant, most likely behind triple. Blaze is going to be aware of that, and he confirms it.
One v one, 13 or 18 HP for Blaze.
And Adaro is going for a huge move. Yeah, he's kind of expecting Blaze to clear out all the possible angles, and Blaze must think that, or have an idea that he is towards ramp. He is going to check it soon. Adaro going to easily walk out with the Glock, catch him by surprise, and that was a big risk, man, but does it pay off? It was a pivotal round in the game, and Adaro takes the clutch for his team, and he was standing up earlier, and he stood up again here, bought another round for Goliath Gaming.
That round, I think ADM shaped that round. He sold that D fake so hard that they just held the 3 CTs there. And I think the reason why he could sell it so hard is because they tried to actually like full commit B a couple times, you know?
Yeah, and the crucial part there was also just understanding that they were pop flash clearing for a reason as well, and he forces them to get out the window firstly. But it looks like ATK generally stack numbers towards this B side, so if this is a fast hit and they commit behind this, there will be numbers waiting for them. Oh, and Blaze decides to get on that van, and ADM is on the other side waiting for that. He's made his presence known. He gets flashes as well. He opens up the round even further, and that's beautiful. Now the numbers are coming in. Mistim is able to kill him from short. He does get smoked out. Standard execute smokes do apply, but he's able to get into a decent position now, and Fady chimes in with the kill as well. It's already in a flank, and Goliath Gaming aren't able to deal with that. They haven't got the bomb down Zip trying to deal with him. He's going to smoke off, but as he does that, Massacre actually finally kills Mistim, but still in a real tough position here. They have just no idea where the CTs are, and there slow he is. And
still trying to get the bomb. Nice pick by Z. 1v2 now. Still no bomb down yet. Fady with 1v1, no bomb down.
Goes for the wide peak. Yeah, Massacre deals with it and put another one on the board. Again, down to the wire. All these rounds, man. It's going down to 1v1s, 2v2s, whoever takes that clutch, puts the round on the board.
ATK seem to be stacking B a lot. Like I wonder if
every
they ever
round,
read
it feels like a default. It feels like they
Maybe Goliath hits B like like they looked at the numbers and Goliath goes B like let's say 9 times and only goes A 6 times. So they're like, we might as well stack here. I wonder if it's something like that. This round they're not doing it because they're on a weird buy now for ATK. But it's also kind of weird buy for GG. This is another weird money round. Nice pick off by Slowy over the smoke.
Yeah, I don't think that's true, man. I don't like that animation came up. That doesn't count for me.
Oh.
I like to do animations, but it must be legit, man. Give me the proper stats. Give me the proper story.
I don't know if I like these. Like, see my teammates flashing me the whole time. I don't want to know that.
Trade frag.
Mango
chimes in with 2, yeah.
We've got a 3v2 now. Bomb not down yet. 3 Ts in the A side. 1 left. Bomb just went down. Blaze left on his lone with no head armor, just a FAMAS. And he's holding CT. He's probably going to try save, but he doesn't know if he can get out. He's just holding the corner like above the vent now. He's not going for this round. That was a nice round by GG again. Pretty fast pace.
Definitely switching up the pace a little bit here, and it is working out for them. And as you point out, that Blaze is saving. Look at the economy there, and there's just nothing left in the gas tank here for ATK. They are going to have to save this round now.
We're at 10-12. This game has been super close, like the whole time. Like it was 1-1, 1-1-1 at the first half for a while. And we got a tech pause.
Yeah, I think this is. I'm not sure. I think it might be. This is tech if it's counting
tech
down.
20,
so, yeah. So I think this is what the first pause that ATK have actually taken. If I'm not mistaken, throughout this whole game. I know Goliath Gaming have quite a few, but they've been under pressure quite a few times throughout this game. So yeah, ATK going to just adjust things a little bit. They were leaning towards that that kind of B lean that we were discussing earlier. Obviously, took away from it the last round, but. Yeah, let's see what they do to
that last round was a
here.
weird buy. Maybe that's why they also didn't do like the proper strat, because this was a weird buy. But we'll see. I'm curious to see how more often they stack B. But here we go. We got mid control coming out of GG by the looks of the two mid smokes coming landing. Window smoke and the cross smoke. But GG, who jumped down into lowers from ATK? GG taking the mid control now with 4.
Oh. But it feels like
And
they're
we've
closing
got-
this distance, and if they do this connector hits, Mistim is going to be in a prime position to make them pay, and they are going with their backs turned. They are going to clear out connector. They do clear out the spots, and Mistim should be coming behind them at any moment. He does
There
get
we
one
go.
frag, but now his position is given away. Goliath Gaming will have that A bomb site, and Mistim will get a little bit of damage done onto connector, but he is able to get away. But Blaze is now aware of his position, and he gets picked up by Mistim. He gets aggressive, he supports his teammate there. And now it's a 3v3. This is definitely winnable for ATK. Bomb is down though. Fady gets the flank. Again, beautifully done from him. He starts to begin this retake. They're starting to go aggressive. He spams that corner. He knows Mango is on no HP. Molly comes out as well. He's on the bomb, and Massacre is going to be forced. Oh my god, he gets tinked through the smoke, and he's forced to just retreat for the heals. And ATK take that round. A swift, decisive retake despite on the weakened buy. And again, I mean, this is not the first time we're saying this, Corey. They've fumbled the ball quite a few times on these anti-eco rounds. And ATK, well, I mean, obviously taking the initiative and winning those rounds, obviously credit to them. But it just feels like Goliath Gaming, you know, that Mac 10 breach we talked about, where you just send one player aimlessly towards another side of the map, get some info, see what's happening. They would have realized that A and B were open there, and most of the players were stuck towards middle. Could have been a different outcome, but ultimately ATK taking another pause here, maybe just letting that sink into the minds of Goliath Gaming here.
Yeah, I'd really love to be in the TS of ATK, because again, they're like on their eco, they read it right. This time they thought, okay, they're going to go up connector, missed them holding in lowers, and another guy in connector, like a crossfire for where they thought they would go. They definitely like know GG's tendencies.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, at the end of the day, you got to just when it feels like, I don't know if they feel like they're being read right now, but if I was playing, you know, I'd certainly kind of feel, you know, or lean towards that. And ultimately, you got to just lean back on your fundamentals, and that comes down to you cannot be taking complete middle control and going up connector without having cleared lowers, or having an early presence in the round there to kind of force that out of there. But
ADM with his B aggro again.
Oh, and
Let's see if he can
going-
get a pick. They seem to fight this angle often.
Yep. But
Blaze
now
coming
Blaze
on the
has
car,
crashed,
ADM.
yeah. Oh, and he's going to win it this time. ADM's definitely going to be frustrated there. He's called his team over as well. They are going to start throwing in all the util, and it's up to Blaze. He gets another 2 quick frags, and that's that breach. Stop dead in its tracks. Bomb's already down as well, so I mean, tough position. Not impossible, but I mean, man, 2v5 here. Bomb is, yeah, it's tough odds.
Yeah. And it seems they have to go for the B because the bomb's in here. They're not going to try to send someone like on a wild flank around, because that's going to take way too long. So I think it's just up to Mango to hit some shots to get back in this round. Blaze is on a 3k, 4k. Massacre left 1v4.
Oh, manages to get out. But Dara's waiting there for him. They're making it so difficult. I mean, you could see, even though they're having a little bit of momentum here and they're putting the rounds on the board, you can see that even in 4v1, they don't give Massacre any unnecessary duels. They don't allow him to get back into the round whatsoever, despite being so aggressive at the earlier stages of the round. So ATK just really making all the right decisions, making all the right plays, and really, again, just putting on a clinic here on map 2, on their map pick.
Yeah. And Fady with 27 kills already. But 14-10, this is the pistol round that you need. And they seem to win, like, you know, the ones they shouldn't. And this looks like a round they shouldn't win. They got 2 guys starting in lower, creeping up. No one's really spotting lowers from the CT. Oh, and I like this.
Oh,
nice pick by Adara. He picked off Slowy, who was open from Cat. Died to Fady in window. The terrorists don't have anything except mid control right now, and the CTs I think are fishing. We've got the B guy who's fishing for info, and the A guys are chilling.
Oh, dirty
Nice pick from
shot.
Mango. But still, check out the info Blaze has. He's so deep in B. Falling back because he's super low. Now I wonder if he's going to drop util. It seems like GG are going to group up to lowers. I thought they were going to go B. But there's a lot riding on this run, and it's a 3v3. If they guess right and go to the site where they can get the 1v3 fights, they stand a chance. Are they going to try boost through the window again? I like this. Going late through the window when there's low numbers it's a pretty good call, because if they commit in a guy to watching that window with low numbers, like, you definitely leaving a hole somewhere else on the map.
Yeah, and also had a pick earlier on in the round there as well, so it's definitely the best chance that they have, and Frag doesn't go away to start with. And there it is. 80k swift to deal with the threat. Looked close, but ultimately very tough to come out of a round like that with anything at all, really.
Yeah, there was no time left towards the end there. So as soon as they got saw, when there were like 20 seconds left, you have no choice but to try go for A. But this is the last round for GG. This is, game over
Do or
tournament.
Die. Yeah.
Yeah. And they have a full buy for it.
No, quick A burst, Chad. Oh, Muslim just steals, and that sums it all up. 2 quick frags, despite being so blind. ADM is able to steal one back. Adaro as well. Trey's outmissed him, so it is doable. 3v3, but they have no position on this A bomb side, and the CTs are starting to rotate back. I think this is a good decision. Pull back, reset, try and separate the CTs, and just do something a little bit different. They can't afford to lose another life here. I mean, they are back against the wall now.
It seems they're just trying to buy time to sow that doubt, which has worked, because the CTs have split up to see where they are. We got Fady going for info plays, but it looks like number 2's kind of waiting for him, ADM. Let's see who gets the shot here. This will probably determine the game. ADM didn't see him. Or did he?
Oh, I'm not sure. It's definitely...
It looks like he's hunting him. He's probably calling the info, and the A guys are moving. The A guys are moving with this. So ADM must have seen him. Yeah, they're going back towards B. ADM must have said he's pushed down lowers or something. I really wonder if he saw him.
He must
Great play by ADM. Great play.
He has
very
to
smart. And Fady's just selling his team false information. After he pushed B there.
Well,
so the ball's going to tick now. There we go, ticked. So 2v3 in favor of the CTs. The terrorists do have the bomb down. Nice pick by Mango. 2v2. Andy has cat control. CT's coming out the window now. They're going for it. Slowly left in a 1v2 with the AWP. Bombs planted for cat.
Whoa!
Nice pick. One left on cat. Trying to smoke the bomb. It was a little shallow. I think he could be seen. Well played by Mango.
And ADM, through that positional play, through spotting or perhaps over-aggression from Fady, and as you say, selling a little bit of false information there to the team, overselling it, of course, and ADM able to make that read, calls his teammates back, and they take that B-bomb site and hold down strong, and they are still in this. Goliath Gaming respond with the round, and they start to put a little bit of pressure back onto that CT economy, so if they are able to win this, they'll bring it, really tightly contested map, really, and Goliath Gaming have a real opportunity to get back into this.
They do that. Just that one play with Fady not checking T spawn, it got Goliath around. Just by not looking one direction, lost in the round. And the aggro play, 1-for-1 trade. 4v4. They're still fighting for mid control. There seems to be the terrorists want to just push them back. Yeah, CTs aren't really contesting for it. So this might end up like similar to the Mirage game where they're looking for the pick in mid and then ATK is not giving it to them. So then the clock will just slowly tick down. But Fady making a play up low is here. He's going to catch people off guard. He must have heard them and Tiger him.
What was that?
Oh,
He popped, he jiggle peeked, he jiggle peeked that corner. I don't know what that was.
oh, smart play by Adara there to know to look for that.
Ooh.
This round just fell apart for ATK after that. So we've got a 3v2 bomb down. 2v2 missed him with the pick, but now he's very low.
Oh, the molly. It's going to come out. It's good. It's going to force him to move out of position, and Mr. is waiting on the other side of it as well. It's all up to Massacre. Mr. is on low HP. Smoke goes down on the bomb. It's going to force the peak, and that is all said and done. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our Week 1 Season 2 champions again here for the Inkosi Super Cup. And it is ATK. They've done it again. They've started off this season off really, really well. And they take that win 2-0. Not even going to go to a third, Corey. And yeah, I mean, I think they start the next season off just the way they finished off the last. And, you know, it's definitely now known that they are arguably
the team
best
to
team.
beat.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
As we are discussing before this whole game took place, it seems that ATK made the most improvements between, within the week they've been able to.
I mean, it looked like they've just doubled down on how much of a convincing win they were able to get over, what some would argue their closest competition. So really, really well played to them. And again, congratulations to ATK. As I mentioned, they are your Week 1 champions of Season 2 here in the Inkosi Super League, of course, fighting towards that Grand Slam prize, as well as other teams all working towards qualifying for the Umzansi Super League, held by Nodwin Gaming. Shout out to them as well. Shout out to the guys at Jinx as well, and So Strong for hosting this awesome tournament. And I just want to also say a special shout out to all people, watching, tuning in this late, and of course to you, my friend, for joining me on this cast. I had such a good time. I mean, that's all for me. And any closing words there, Corey?
Yeah, sure, Ash. I appreciate the chance to cast with you. It was great. And the CS was great. Yeah, I really enjoyed the games. It was really nice CS to watch.
Yep, couldn't agree more. And I think it's on that note that I'm going to say goodbye for now, guys, and we'll see you at the next one. Appreciate all of you tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Looking forward to the next session of CS.
Bye.